Hello. I'm tired. God damn it. Um, if you if you keep track of my schedule and notice that the stream was supposed to start like an hour ago, and I'm starting now. I took a nap. I woke up really early today. I woke up at like 4 a.m. and I got some stuff done. And I'm like, I'm tired. I have like 2-ish hours before the stream. I'm gonna take a nap. And then I woke up like 20 minutes before the stream. Hi guys. Hello. Hi Biff. Hi Don. Hi Senior Fruity. Hello my dudes. Nap stream when? I didn't even show a camera. What is that even supposed to be at that point? I don't think I snore. So I'm just gonna be quiet. Occasional shuffling. I wouldn't know. Hi. Put the mic on the bed. My desk is a decent away from my bed. Do we get like a really long like USB cord? Or like I have a wireless mic, although its battery span is not that long. I think maybe like 2 or 3 hours, but I don't know long enough for a sleep, so oh, if it's a nap, then maybe. Assuming I wake up from the nap. That is if it is actually a nap. Which, half the time it ain't, not gonna lie. I never told you, but I started getting figure reviews in my recommended because of these streams! Oh my god! I didn't think that, like, streams would have that much of a heckin', like, effect on recommendations and stuff. But interesting, okay. But sweet that you don't really, this is like the few, like, figure shit that you consume. Oh, well, I'm still gathering my bearings from waking up. Hand reveal. Oh man, my hands have been revealed long ago. They're friggin' like skinny, cause I'm a stick man. I'm a skinny girl. Don't eat much. I'm like 5'4". Real cozy stream vibe. Hell, that's good. Sweet. Hell yeah. Waiting for that shit. Okay. I see the shipping label or like the second packing slip and it's slipped on it. It's a big boy box. It's a pretty big box. Doesn't even fit on the whole camera shot. But I already see like the packaging slip from like just that sliver of like opening right here, so I'm gonna take that out real quick. I'm gonna take that out. I'm wondering if like I scheduled the stream and like the day after I scheduled the stream, I'm like, should I even do unboxing streams for figures anymore because they're pretty short. Usually I like slip in some other stuff after the stream, but I'm like, I might as well just try to make it like YouTube shorts out of it or something. Using it as an excuse. Or like a reason to make YouTube shorts. Practice my hand at that. You know? Where's the lid? I got this figure. I think she was, I don't know if exclusive necessarily to this one shop called Tokyo Otaku. Was it Tokyo Otaku mode? Yeah. This one weeb shop. I think I've seen some other shops have her, but I think she was like mostly like sold in that web store. And that was like what? Back when Kizuna Ai was big, so like what, 2016, 2017? And she was around like $110, I believe. Of course, like inflation and all that. If she was sold now, I don't think she would be 110. She'd probably be like 130 or 40 in my opinion. But I managed to snag her. I managed to snag her for like $60 plus like $6 shipping. So like $66. Hell yeah. I mean, what was her condition? Let me check what her condition was. What was her condition? She arrived like the day after I left for KomoriCon, I believe. I think she arrived on the 10th. Akiba? So? What was her... Not telling me. Come on. Oh, I see I received a gift! Hold on, hold on. Why? I don't know her condition. I didn't say on my receipt. But I think, well, I guess I'll find out if she's unsealed. I know she's in pretty good condition. I can't find it. Damn, you actually woke up. Yeah, just a wee bit late. Wait, when did you send the first message? Well, I received a gift. I don't think the notification came up. Contribution, yeah, someone. Wait. My throne. It was a contribution, right? Like $25 to one of the figures on there? Is that what I'm seeing? Contribution of $25-ish around there. Cause weird fees and shit. So it was to a figure. Hell yeah, thank you, dude. Thank you, Army Bug. I appreciate it, my dude. The alert didn't pop up, but yeah. It felt right to get a figure and a figure unboxing. Oh no, I did it on stream. Oh wait. Oh, maybe I just didn't hear it. Maybe it didn't come out on my end. Maybe that was the issue. I'm just noticing it now, but I think my voice is like shot. Cause I think from yesterday, I streamed for like 5 hours. 5.5 hours yesterday. I was talking for 5.5 hours straight yesterday. I think more so 5 because there was like the 20-ish minutes of like setup. But dear God, yeah, I think my throat is shot. I'll be streaming and I'll be lurking. Good streaming for it. Thank you, my dude. Thank you. I appreciate the watching while you do other shit. I don't know, I'm tired, man. I'm fucking tired. I already see like a handwritten note. That's so cute. Deet. That's cute. What's on the back? Oh, it's art. Hell yeah. Oh, that's upside down. That's upside down. That's upside down. What the? Eep. Nope. Eep. There. Okay. It's a cute little doodle. Oh, thank you. Arigato. Thank you. So, Akiba-so. Oh shit, they got art cards now. That's sweet. Hell yeah. The art name looks familiar. Hold on. Say zero ran. Say zero. Ran. Say zero. Familiar artist name. they go to artist alleys, so maybe that's why. They're familiar to me. Akiba Soul, yeah. Yes. Thank you for revealing the site. You're welcome. It is not a very well-known site, so. Yeah, this is a lot. This is a lot of extra padding. Look at all this space. A lot of extra space. I actually got this figure when it first came out, but I needed money. I think I was still in high school. Was I in high school then? Was I in high school or was I in college by then? It was either late high school or early college. It was either one. And I got the Kizuna Ai figure, but I sold her like right after because I'm like, oh, I need that money. I paid for it and then I got her and then I'm like, oh, I need it. I need this cash, man. So I sold her right afterwards online. Is this sealed? Okay, no, it is unsealed, so it's open, and there is a bit of box damage, which that's probably what helped keep the price down a bit. Wait, do I have autofocus on? Autofocus. Put autofocus now. Please, madam? You can kind of see it here. I think it's hard to see on camera, but there's a bit of like box damage, which to the average person probably isn't too bad at all. It's pretty minimal, but to collectors, like, you know, people that are a lot more into the condition of the shit, it's a lot more important. I used to be a lot more anal about the condition of both the box and the figure, but over time I'm like, I don't care as much, you know. Obviously I don't want obvious damage on the figure, but if it's not that noticeable, I'm not gonna care too much. And like I get a deal on it and be like, hell yeah, you know. Even better. So I can snag deals because I'm a lot less picky nowadays versus when I first started collecting figures. In terms of condition of like the box and the figure, I'm not as picky, but in terms of like the figures themselves, I am more picky with my purchases now. So I mean, it goes to show how much I like this figure because I bought her once before, when she initially came out, and then now I'm buying her again because, you know, it's a good deal. Oh, there's some more damage. There's like, oh, you see that right there on the screen, and there's a bit of damage in the corner, which if this damage doesn't come up, then this damage probably isn't going to come up either, so. Joseph says, as long as the figure still looks good in the jar, who cares? Alright, yeah. Yeah, you know what's up. Your priorities are straight. Y'all know what's up. Okay. Fine. This way. Yeah, this way. Okay. Ah, man. I mean, I was talking a bit before today, and I don't know, maybe I didn't notice my voice was cracky, but now that I think I'm like in stream, I'm kind of like essentially talking to myself kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like there's no one responding by voice or anything, so I just hear myself, so I think I noticed my broken voice a bit more. Cool. Little sleeve. I want it all, y'all. Like one of my like bucket list wants in life is I want an android and a scale figure of my Sona at one point in time. I'll work my fucking ass off. And originally I didn't think it was possible until VTubers became huge, and now like they're, you know, English speaking freaking streamers who have figures now. Like, I mean, Hololive English, of course. Those girls have figures because it's a big company. But like, you got like Nyanners and Vebe and Iron Mouse. They all have figures, either coming up or already released. Did the Nyanners figure release already? She was the first one, right? Then Android. I don't know if they're released yet, but you know, they are announced and they're in the process, you know. And I wouldn't, if before VTubers, I wouldn't have thought that was possible. But now that VTubers have exploded, it's very much possible for like English speaking streamers to be able to get figures, which is super fucking cool. So now now that the possibility of like me getting a figure is there, I'm like, I need it. I fucking need it. I need a fucking Android in my Sona. And like, I like her design a lot, so I have a lot of confidence in her design selling well, even if people don't like or like don't, you know me or consume my content. I wouldn't doubt that like just by her design alone, people will be interested. It's not cocky. I don't know. I like her a lot. I don't know. I'm really proud of her. Okay. Is this taped up? Okay, I see like double tape. It's just taped up. I don't know. Well, I have a lot of confidence in my Sona's design. She's really cute. I think Good Small Company, which is they're the pretty well-known company brand. I feel like they're one of the top figure companies in terms of like well-known. Like they have a good reputation and they make a lot of figures. So, but Good Small Company makes like, you know, the little chibi androids and stuff. And they recently put out like these like Nendroid dolls, and they recently put out like this like foodie dress design. Let me find it. And the hairstyle, I think, from out of the Nendroids I've seen so far, is the closest to my Sona's and looks really cute. And it's pink. It's not black like my Sona's, but it's pink. Which is in the same color scheme. But yeah. Where is it? And it's pretty high on the sales list, it seems, because like I'm looking at Ami here, which is a well-known like site to purchase like figures from. This one from the, what is it? The web page, the home page. There's like a little ranking system in the home page that shows like the top selling items. And this one's a fourth one. I don't know like how they base it, like, you know, like top ranked sales within the past like 5 days or some shit. I don't know how they go about it. But she's pretty high up there. And she's really cute. And I don't know. There's cute vibes. There's cute vibes. Her hair's cute. So, I don't know. I have confidence in my Persona's design. You got a good marketable design for sure, says Joseph. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. She's goody. Oh man, it's like this double-edged sword. No, I don't know if that's the right way to describe it, but I really like the design of my Sona. But like, now that I feel like that's essentially like my peak design, anything else that doesn't like reach that level, like any other character I design, and they don't reach that level, I'm like, oh man, this ain't it, chief. This ain't it. Well, there's quite a bit of dust on this, on the what do you call this? Blister packaging? Yeah, there's a decent amount of dust, but that's fine. Not too fast, honestly. Hi, Kaiji, welcome! This doesn't look like the, official wrapping for the base. I mean, I don't think... Did I ever get any figures from this company? I think I did, but I think it was also used. So I don't know if that changed anything. This base is so cute! Dude, I love this base. It's simple, but it's really cute. This doesn't seem like... Yeah, this doesn't seem like a bag that was originally, like, used for this base. Which is not a problem, but it's just an observation. Just an observation. I like this base a lot. Okay. I get to have her this time around. How's her condition? Yeah, she's pretty... Okay, I see a bit of dust on her. I don't know if that's like a manufacturing thing or like some dust. Let me see. Wait. I use makeup brushes to dust my figures. I only wear makeup for cosplay, and I haven't cosplayed in ages, so these have just been dedicated like dusting brushes. Yeah, okay. There's a little bit of dust. But that's okay. Ooh, I found like a little... It's not gonna come up on camera. There is like a little like white kinda I don't know if stain is the right word. I'm not talking like cum stains or anything, but it looks like just like a little, not a scratch, but like it didn't chip the paint or anything, but there is something there. There's no biggie, it's on the back. It's very small. She got some thicky thighs. I like that shit. Well, not thicky, but like there's some decent like width to her. I think maybe it's newer figures that have more like depth to the body parts, but I think with my older figures, maybe it's just one. I have a Notori Sana figure who's also a VTuber, like not like, she's like OG VTuber, I believe. She wasn't as big as Kizuna Ai, but she is a Japanese VTuber who was actually like on YouTube making YouTube videos, like where the actual tuber part comes in. She's kind of sticky, as in like not like texture wise, but as in like proportion wise. Mostly her arms, not gonna lie. But I noticed because when I look at her, I'm like, oh, she's cute. But I like the figures, but they have more defined like thighs and like arms and body parts. I don't know. I think especially thighs. Thighs are goody. Can't go wrong with thighs. She's cute. Was she in a jar? Sticky, was she in a jar? Says Molecule. No, she was not. I don't have any jars big enough for any of them. The only figure that's big enough, that's small enough to fit in a jar is my Monocon android. And I haven't put her in one. Let's see. Put her in here. I have notifications on Twitter and YouTube, and both failed me. Oh no! I mean, I didn't schedule this stream ahead of time, so I don't know if that's anything. I mean, I guess I technically scheduled it, but like 10 minutes before I was about to stream, so I don't know if that counts, but... Oh my, I like that base! I love this base so much. It's simple, but it's really cute. I feel like if I were to get a figure for my son, it'd be something similar like that. Simple, but really, really nice. Like hearts and shit. I finally have her again. Dude, hella! The click was satisfying as fuck. Hell yeah, yeah. She's a goodie. She's so cute. How many VTuber figures you have? Asked Kaiju. Yeah, now that you say it, now that you say it, I have Korone, I have a Korone scale, I have Natori Sana scale, and now Kizuna Ai scale. So 3. I did pre-order the Korone and Okayu Nendroids, but after thinking about it for a bit, I'm like, I don't think I like them as much as I like, you know, originally did. So I'm like, okay, I'm thinking I'm just giving away my pre-order. So I gave away my pre-orders of the heckin' Okayu and Korone Nendroid to a friend. Which he probably likes them more than I do, so I'm like, sweet, yeah. I'd rather have the figures go to someone who likes them more than I do. So I like Korone. And I bought Caillou. I mean, I like Okayu, but I mostly like Korone. But I felt like it was an obligation. If I got Korone and there was a Caillou that was, you know, in a matching like figure in a way, I had to get Caillou to go along with Korone. It felt like it's obligation. You can't separate the two. You can't do that. You're breaking dog and cat law that way. But the Korone scale I have, there's no accompanying Okayu figure to go along with it, so I just have the Korone scale. If there was an Okayu that came out late in the future, though, maybe I would get it. Okakoro too strong. Yeah, for real? Yeah, you can't separate the two. They're so cute. They're so sweet. And even like with like some of like Hololive's like advertising of the two, they're together. They're advertised together. Like, I'm not advertising the right word, but like promotional stuff. Like they have videos or like art, like they're next to each other. I'm like, oh, that's so good. That's so good. We love to see it. We love to see it. When is their wedding? When is their wedding? I'll be surprised if they're not actually dating. I would be surprised. Michi VTuber figure when, dude. I wish, dude. I need it. I need it, dude. You don't know the level of need I have for a freaking figure of my Sona. I at least had to debut for it first with the model and everything, but yeah. They've been friends for a really long time, even before Hololive. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that one of them got in. I forgot which one got in, but one of them got in, and then they basically like recommended the other person to come in. They're like, oh no, yeah, I have a friend, and then they both got in. So, which is really sweet, which makes it fits. I think Korone dragged Akayo along. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good, because I love that dynamic. Oh, I love Akayu singing. I really like Akayu singing. I like how she can have a more cutesy thing going on with like Mogu Mogu, but then she has like her more deeper voice, and I'm like, oh, that's good shit. That's good shit. And didn't she say she had like? I think there's a clip of her mentioning where she was a bit like, she didn't think her voice would fit Hololive, probably because her voice is on the deeper end. But that's what helps make her stand out, in my opinion. And I feel like that's what other people think. It helps her stand out. So, yeah. I'll put you in my jar. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. And people don't make. I'm gonna feed the jar jokes. Like if I ever get a figure, and people, I'm gonna ask people to freaking take photos of the figure in a jar. If they actually fill it up, I'd be like, oh shit, I don't know if I can show that on YouTube. Like I would want to like get compilations of the photos and like go like review them on stream. I don't know if review is the right word, but you know what I mean. Like view them on stream. I feel like, yeah, view them on stream. She's so cute. Her thighs. I like her thighs. Dude, is there squish? No, there's no squish, but they're really nice. Say that for a Picardo stream. I mean, like, if it's art, it's fine to go on Picardo, but if it's IRL porn, it's not allowed on Picardo. So, I don't know if cum. I don't know if like it's just actual cum in the jar. I don't know if that's fine on. I don't think that's fine on YouTube. I don't think so. maybe Ricardo, fat maybe, but YouTube, I don't think so. Midori says, wait, really? On Ricardo? Yeah, they allow drawn stuff. They allow drawn not safe for work and, like, you know, fictional stuff, but IRL porn, they don't allow, of course. Excuse me. That's the first one for today. So, if you put a mayonnaise jar / lotion next to it, he would know. Yeah, dude, I think that'd be fun. Yeah, people just put like a fucking like jar, put the Nendoroid in the jar, and they put like a bottle of lotion, like tissues next to it. To hell yeah, I would love to retweet that shit. That'd be hella fun. That'd be fun. Mischief figure can fit in any jar. I don't know. I don't know about any jar. There's a lot of jar sizes out there. So, as expected, this figure unboxing was really quick. I feel like the scale figures that are just like, you know, kind of click and go, they don't take that long to stream. But like the Nendroids take quite a bit to stream. So those are fine to stream in my opinion, the Nendroids, because they have so many parts you can mess around with. But when it comes to like stuff like this, I feel like I should just make YouTube shorts out of it. I feel like it'd be a good way to experiment. But I don't hold her too much because I'm gonna put like my finger oils on it. So she's right there. I feel like I do this like nearly every figure stream. Like I didn't. That unboxing was really quick. I'm just gonna spend this time to dust my other figures. And you know what? Time to dust my other figures. I should dust those figures. So that's for the rest of the stream. We're gonna dust some figures. What's new? Okay. That's what we're gonna do today, boys. I haven't dusted them in a hot minute. I dusted my Notori Sana figure because I'm gonna sell that one. I'm gonna sell that figure. This one, I'll show you. I don't like grabbing them too much because I feel like you know, hand oils and stuff. I don't want to get on the figures too often. But I decided to sell this figure. I decided to sell this figure because I am vibing with her that much. Even when I received the figure, I was like, not that I received her, I'm kind of meh. I was mostly like excited for the big ol' like poster it came with. I like the 2D art. It's based off of a lot more than the actual figure. So I'm probably gonna sell her off. And she's selling her aftermarket price shot up a bit. So I never thought of using a smaller brush instead of an entire duster. Yeah, I'm using makeup brushes, and I did have a big nice duster for my figures before, but yeah, that was when I was living with my first boyfriend, like my first serious relationship. I was living with him, and I think I left it over there, so because I don't have it. It's his now. I don't know if he still has it. I have this really cute like cat paw shaped coaster that my friend got me from Japan. They got me two coasters. One of them was funny design, and the second one was like a cat paw. So I kept the funny design one, but the cat paw was left at my at the time boyfriend's house, so I don't have that anymore. I had a really nice coaster. Oh yeah, these boys are dusty. They're heckin' dusty, man. Okay. Oh, I need. Maybe I should get like a. Yeah, you can't really hear me. I was thinking about getting like a mask, but I don't think you can really hear me over the mask. So. Maybe you can get a. No, I don't think you can. No, I don't think the camera's gonna pick up how dusty these are. We get to respect for look at the figure's panties. Does her panties show through? No, but she got a bit of butt. You can see a bit of her butt, just a wee bit, and like where her cheeks kind of meet her thighs, kind of thing. Just a little bit. Yeah, this shit's dusty. Jesus Christ. She does got some cake, yeah. Kizuna Ai kind of packing. Dusters always get caught in their hair and stuff anyway. Hair? Like hair gets caught in it, or? I look at my Miku figure from the front all the time. I forget how much ass she got. Ooh, what figure do you have? Which one do you have, my dude? I feel like this is not a good shot. Like, from looking at all the figures from above, it's not that great. I'll try to, yeah, okay, I'll try to go like this. I need a different like camera setup to where the camera's more at the side, so you can get a better shot of them. Because this is just like a top-down view. Because I don't like holding the figures like this with my hands, because like I said, with like the handles and shit. I feel like I got some like, some kind of like light spots on my past figures that way. I used to have a Tharja figure, but I ended up selling her off because I'm like, I love Tharja and all, but she doesn't fit the vibe that I want with my figures, my aesthetic of my room. Also because money. She's still pretty high in the aftermarket. Dude, the Tharja figure, Tharja from Fire Emblem, sealed, she goes for like $300 to $400, I believe. I got her, like, she goes for that much now, but interestingly enough, she actually like bargain binned at one point, and I managed to grab her like $60, I think, including shipping. I got her for that much. I think I might have had like a gift card, so maybe that kind of covered some of the cost a bit. But I got it for really cheap. New sealed from like Amazon Japan, because I got it before like Fire Emblem Awakening was kind of getting bigger in the States. I didn't play the game yet, but like I had interest in the game. I'm like, oh, I like this figure. Tharja kind of hot, kind of thing. So I got the figure, but then I played the game. Like, oh yeah, I like her. I like Tharja. Don't like her as a mom. She's not good to Nor. She's not good to Nor. I will freaking say that shit. But otherwise, Tharja pretty hot. Okay. Put. Oh, there's so much dust. Gotta get some gloves. Yeah, maybe I should get some gloves for this shit. Maybe I should. Right, I'm gonna put this one back. That is a good idea. And let me put a mask on. Okay, maybe I don't think it's good to inhale this much dust. Let me know if you guys can still understand me, because now I have a mask. I remember in like my IRL like convention streams, I would wear a mask because obviously it's a convention. There's a lot of people, but I wouldn't really be able to go through that well. It's pretty hard to hear me when I was looking through the VODs. Tropical Summer Miku. Is that a price figure? It seems like it could be. Is she like kind of tanned and has like yellow tips of her hair? And like hard sunglasses? Yeah, okay. You sound fine, it's just not as noisy as the con streams. Oh, yeah, good point. That is also, yeah. But now I need more. I mean, if there's any figures that you like, feel free to hit me up and I can like figure out. I can probably find some good stuff for you because I know where to go in terms of like buying figures. I might be able to find some good deals for you. Because the go-to with figures for people is usually like Amazon or eBay, but because people know that as a go-to for people, like sellers, they can upcharge the cost. You know what I mean? But if you know where to go, you can find some better deals. And also more figures too. So if there is a particular one you have in mind, let me know. I really like looking at figures. I really like figures, if you can't fucking tell. Like, figures is one of the things I keep active, like, check on, like, figure news and stuff. There are some series where I know a decent amount just from the figures themselves that are released for that series. I find out new fake characters from freaking figures, and the amount of freaking Azure Lane figures is crazy. Yeah, somebody I want, but I'm poor. Yeah, they're expensive, yeah. This one I got a good deal on. Like I said, I got it for like 65, so. There's a service where someone who lives in Japan can buy you anything and ship it to you. I imagine you'd have more options. Yeah, that's, those are like, at least I'm assuming those are what you're thinking of is what I'm also thinking of, but those are called proxies. And the proxy I use is called From Japan. I have been using them for quite a while to buy stuff from like Yahoo Auctions Japan. Yo, Yahoo Auctions Japan is really good. You get some good shit on there. And also like Surugaya. Surugaya is really good for merch. It's mostly known for secondhand stuff. They do have some new stuff, but I think the main appeal is like secondhand stuff from them. And when it comes to Japan, generally speaking, from my experience when buying stuff, they take really good care of the stuff. I think particularly collectibles, because I haven't really bought like stuff other than collectibles. But they take really good care. So even if it says like, oh, box damaged, generally, unless they give like specifics, generally it's pretty minimal. They're really like picky about the condition of the item. So you can get some really great stuff like in secondhand shops in Japan and stuff. You can get some good deals. I think the dust is getting in my eye, actually. I feel it. Jesus. Their collecting culture is so different, it's amazing. Yeah! I think they take care of the stuff really well. I like figures, man. This was a figure that I've been wanting for a while. I know there's like a bootleg of it. But this figure in particular, this Hatsune Miku one, is designed by like my favorite like character designer, like my favorite artist. I love his work. He's like one of my top inspirations for my art. Hold on, let me show you. Hold on. Let's see. Can I remove this? I think so. Oh my god, if I can't remove this. Is it this end that I can remove? Which one can I remove? Oh, it was that one. Okay. This one. It was designed by my favorite artist. And I wanted it for quite a while, but I didn't get into like this year, I think. Or last year? It's pretty recent. But when you consider how long this figure has been out for, I think it's been out since like, I think like 2008 or something. No, it can't be. 2012? Because I think, yeah, when did Miku come out? Like 2007? Was it? So I feel like she might have came out in like 2012, 2013, this figure. Ooh, that's a design you don't see very often anymore. Really? With like figures or like with art? Yeah, she's really stylized. And maybe I should take this off actually. Just a Miku, like a half chibi style. Yeah. That's what makes this figure stand out too. I like the half chibi style. I like that shit. I mean, I think, you know, there's a reason why, like, the artist is my favorite artist. This shit's cute. I'm trying to hold it, like, by the feet. Oh my god. Scary. I'm trying to make her not tip over. This skirt kind of wobbles. Hold on, let me show you. The skirt kind of wobbles, and it kind of gives a suggestion that it's like a cast off, but I don't think she is. So I don't know why the skirt wobbles. It's interesting. I think I only have one cast off figure, and it's a Kuruneko one. Kuruneko from Orima. Which I guess kind of makes sense. Because this artist also did character designs for Orima. But yeah. That's the only cast off figure I have. And it doesn't even show titties. It's like you remove the skirt and you see her panties kind of thing. I do want 18 plus figure one day. I want a freaking 18 plus figure myself now. I want a scale, I want an Android, and an 18 plus figure scale. Yeah. That'd be fucking pog. I ain't dying until I get those figures of myself out. I ain't dying. And even if it's not their like official means, they're like an official like Japanese figure company, I'll find a way to do it. I will contact the manufacturer myself. Like, ayo. I'll work with like a 3D sculptor. What if a Mishi plush? Dude! Dude, I really want to. I really want to. At KomoriCon this year, there was a VTuber who was boothing, and she was selling like merch of herself and like, you know, her art of her model, or like, I mean, not her model, but her character. And I saw she was selling a plushie, so I was like, hey, yo, congrats on the plushie. And she's like, oh yeah, thank you. And then I'm like, did you make it through like Makeship or something like that? And she said she didn't go through like you know, like a company to make the plushie or anything. She said she worked directly with like a manufacturer and everything to get the plushie made. So that kind of motivated me or inspired me to be like, oh yeah, okay, I see someone has done it before. They went directly with a manufacturer, so maybe that kind of motivated me to do it more. It's like less intimidating knowing that someone else has done it. I mean, sure, someone else has done it, but like when you kind of meet someone like in your field, like the VTuber field, I guess, streamer field, that's done it, then you kind of, yeah. So it has been done before. So if I don't end up getting it, and I'm getting a figure made through like an official like Japanese figure company, then I'll find a way to get it done myself. I will work with like a 3D like model or sculptor or whatever to get the prototype made. I don't know if that's a word, like the, you know, the sculpt or whatever. And I have to figure like a manufacturer and all that. So There's still dust, man. There's so much of it. Like, I dust one place, and then, like, I look back at it, and there's dust there again. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm gonna need a whole picture instead of a jar for you. I think it's multiple jars. Multiple jars for multiple figures. You know what I mean? Unless you talk about actual me. That's a different story. That's a whole fucking, like, shower right there. My god! To be honest, only merch idea I can try is stickers little. Stickers are really good beginner merch in my opinion. They have like low minimum, low like design minimum kind of thing. As in like you can order pretty low quantity of items per design. Because when you go to them with the more like fancy stuff, like plushies, you're probably gonna need to make like 500 at least, I think. Like some high number like that, depending on like how how much you sell. For a small like growing like streamer artist, 500 might be quite a bit of an investment or risk or like a lot to take in. So get a bathtub that can fit plenty of figures or missions probably. I only tested out the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dragon Maids I've drawn. Says Kaiju. Yeah, I mean, at one point I do wanna like, it's there's so many things I want to do, but I just don't have the energy for, and it's like a matter of like prioritization. But I do want to talk about like merch and stuff and getting that shit made. I feel like if I could make some kind of like video series that would help people, I think that'd be really fun. I feel like she's actually dusted now. Okay. I think it'd be fun to do something like that. I really like getting merch made. The whole process is really fun. I guess another extra added layer of like difficulty for me is trying to get things done more sustainably, like more eco-friendly. I try to go to companies that are located as local as possible for ethical and like environmental reasons. But there's some products that you just can't really get find like made in the States or even like outside China from what I can find. Um like I want to make titty mouse pads, but I can't I haven't been able to find any like US manufacturer that's been able to make titty mouse pads or like mouse pads that have the same shape as like titty mouse pads, you know what I mean? The Opie mouse pads. I'm trying to decide I learned called Vulgrace. Oh yeah, Vulgrace is a pretty like a artist favorite among artists and artist alleys and stuff. That's like a go-to for a lot of them. So I haven't ordered from them in a long time because I'm trying to avoid Chinese manufacturers. I'm trying to get as local as possible, but they are pretty reliable. A lot of people like using Vulgrace. They're a pretty solid choice in my opinion for charms. I know they do a lot more merch nowadays, but I think that's what people usually use them for is charms. Okay. I'm gonna put her back. I gotta dust off the shelf first though. Jesus Christ, it's so much. next one. Oh yeah, yeah. You're talking about the. I think I know what you're talking about. Dragon OC figure. Yeah, that's one of the. That's the example I can think of about someone who was able to who managed to, like, get a figure made of their character. Like outside traditional like figure companies, which is really cool. At least I think. Are we thinking of the same person, or is this another Dragon OC? Oh no, this is another. This is another person. No, this is another person. Cause there was another artist who I think makes like a comic that also has a dragon character. It's more dragon like anthro kind of dragon rather than like very human with some like tail ear aspects of like animal in it. Now this was actual full on dragon, but that artist of their comic series didn't manage to get a figure made of the character. They're both dragons, both dragon characters. Nisego and the other artist I'm thinking of. But yeah, if I can't get it through a company, then I will find a way. I will fucking find a way to get a figure. I will not fucking die until I get that figure. We have this one, which I think was my second to latest figure. Which I did an unboxing of before. Is it the demi-human one with the mallet tail? I think it was like a judge dragon character. I think the artist had a pretty chippy art style. If we're thinking about the other one, not Nisego, but like another artist that managed to get a figure made. I think this was a Japanese artist. I think they're a Japanese artist, or maybe they spoke English and also Japanese. I don't know. I don't know the artist handle at the top of my head. I don't know their Twitter, but I'm sure if I dig hard enough, I can find them. Yeah, this person managed to get a figure of the character made. That was quite a while ago. It's quite a while ago. Hi, Zonic, welcome! Welcome to the stream. For anyone new coming in, we already finished unboxing Kizuna Ai. It was pretty quick. We unboxed her within like 20 minutes. Like 20 minutes we unboxed her, because it's just like, take her out of the box, click her into the base, yeah. So at this point, like every other like figure stream that ends pretty quickly, or every other unboxing that was pretty quick, I'm just dusting my figures. Because I gotta dust them regularly. I think my room's dusty. My room's just dusty. Because these bitches get dusty quite frequently. And if I sound muffled, it's because, like, not only is my voice shot, but I'm also wearing a mask because I'm dusting. And there's so much dust on these bitches. So much fucking dust. I see them, like, flying around. I see the dust in the air. I'm like, no, I don't think it's good if I inhale this, so... Jesus, so much. Hi, Red, welcome! Welcome to the stream! Hello! Do you want me to say Ren, or do you want me to say Compact Dick? I'm wearing a mask right now because I'm dusting shit. Yeah, it's probably not gonna be too long of a stream. After I'm done dusting these, I'm gonna hop off. I figured this was gonna be a short one anyway. Whatever you prefer, either is good. Okay. It is easier to say run. I'll say that. Compact what now? Easy to travel with. Travel size dick. Okay. There you go. Okay. This one seems like it's faster to freaking dust at least. Like I'm looking back on some places and they stay dusted. As opposed to the other Miku figure where like I dust one place and then I go back to it later on. There's dust there again. I'm like, you fucking kidding me. Okay. There's some hard to reach places though. Yeah, this angle's not that great for these figures or like the setup I have. I need like another like camera angle going on here. Okay. This is what we're getting. This is what we're getting. So far. I am no fancy streamer yet. I don't have the fancy money and tools to have like multiple camera setups for stream. Okay. So we get the top-down view. I maybe I should look into that though. Same. I do need to get like a good laptop or something to stream. Says Kaiju. What would you like to stream when you do get around to that? If you get around to that. I told myself that I wouldn't really do gaming streams, not only because like I think I have to be pretty invested in a game in order to play it, but also because I feel like gaming's way too oversaturated for streams. Because when people think of streams nowadays, I guess for some time since like Twitch took over, when people think of live streams, they think of like gaming streams, which I don't think you're really gonna stand out if you do like gaming streams, in my opinion. And maybe I mean I'm also not the target audience for that kind of stuff. I'm not really the target audience for gaming streams. I think I don't really want streams in general. So maybe I don't know. Take that opinion with a grain of salt. Don't think I'm the target audience. It looks good, even if it's a one-camera setup. Thank you, Ren. Thank you, thank you. I got a ring light and everything, which you can kind of tell from like right here. You can kind of see the light of the ring. Which it helps a lot because like there's like no light in my room. My room gets zero fucking light. I mean, it does get light, but like it's so minimal. It's so minimal fucking lighting. I have to use a lamp for the most part of the day in my room. Not only because like the placement of my window, I only have one window, but also like there's like this screen cover over my window that helps against like privacy and also supposedly like protection. Apparently if someone tries to break in, like the glass doesn't like shatter or something like that with like the window cover on my window. Which is nice for protection reasons, but like I got this room. One of the reasons why I got this room in the house is because I was hoping I would get a lot of sunlight, but no, it does not. It does not get a lot of light. It's the room that gets the least amount of light in the whole house. So like, oof. Well, like bedroom, and like there's like bathrooms that don't have any windows, and if you compare it to those, and those rooms don't get any light at all, and like the garage. But you know what I mean. terms of like the other rooms in this house. I was gonna say you can tell it's nice and bright. Yeah, we gotta manufacture that lighting with a ring light. Which this webcam and the ring light were thankfully. Oh, that's the second one. I'm gonna take off my mask for a bit. Like, put this away. The ring light and the webcam were thankfully purchased. They were gifted from others through my throne wish list. So they helped with the stream setup. Oh, now I need to put the mask back on because I had freaking dust the shelf on this bitch is on. One moment. I gotta put her away. Oh, Jesus Christ, my freaking headphones fell on the floor. I don't know how well that how good that went because my floor is like hard and my earbuds just slapped on it. I'm like, oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. Some of the dust from the shelf is like going over here and going back on the figure. My God. This is dusty as fuck. Oh. There she goes. One last look at her. She's so cute. We love her. I had to use a Chinese proxy for that figure, for that cake Miku figure. It wasn't like a typical like Japanese figure. It was a Chinese one, so it was interesting having to go through that process because I never used a Chinese proxy before. So it was a bit intimidating because you know it was out of my comfort zone a bit. But here we are with Crony. It's a really pretty figure. There is a bit of lack of shading, in my opinion, in some places. I think the dress is fine. But I don't know. It feels a little bit flat. The painting feels a little bit flat. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know. But this figure, super cute. One of my favorites. She's smooth. She's smooth skin. She's smooth skin. I don't know what they did. They did something to give her smooth skin. You want to see her panties? I think she has white panties. Hey, it's white panties. She got some cake. Kind of dumpy. Always, yeah, boy. It's like hold her up. She's kind of packing it. If I ever... I won't say if, when. I gotta manifest that shit. Whenever I get a figure, I want her to have a good dumpy and like sticky thighs. Imagine Crony saw this on stream and screams. Would she? I don't know. I don't know how she would react to that kind of content. Like, she has to have cute panties. Like, I look at, like, the panties of figures and be like, okay, is it gonna be a standard-ass, like, white panties? Or are they actually gonna have, like, designed panties to go along with the outfit? And sometimes, like, a good decent chunk of the time, they have just, like, standard white panties. I'm like, aw, pathetic. Like, you're gonna, like, spend all this time sculpting this figure. You can see from all these angles, like, as opposed to, like, a 2D art piece where you see it from the one angle that shows up. And you have the opportunity to like design the panties to like match the outfit in some way, and you give her some plain ass white panties. And like, why would you waste the opportunity? Why would you waste the opportunity to not give her like cute panties? Why would you do that? Like this one's pretty sad. This one's pretty sad. It's just white panties, just white. I thought she had like a dog print panty or like a paw print. Yeah, that'd be so cute. If she had like a repeating pattern, like dog paw print pattern on her panties, that'd be so cute. Like little bones. That'd be cute. We love to see it. I never considered a blush brush for dusting for like I gotta clean my girls up. Yeah! Yeah, I think like this is honestly pretty small. I should probably get a bigger brush. I think I have one, but it's somewhere. It's somewhere. But yeah, makeup brushes. Makeup brushes are good for dusting, in my opinion. Especially because they come in so many sizes. You get pretty specific, like types of brushes. Get the big old like kabuki brush for like wide sweeps. Intellectual, says Pikmin. Biff says, can I have an input on the reference? You know, just to make sure the cake and thighs are on model. Yeah, boy. If I like get, if I get freaking, I'm talking to a company, and like they get back to me with like you know the prototype for like approval. I'll be like, okay, I got the. Let me bring it up with my lawyer. Let me bring it up with my lawyer so he can also review the design. And I just bring it up with you, Biff. Are you sure that wasn't a part of a Okakoru set? This figure? Not to my knowledge. If there is, shit, I missed it. You know what I mean? But not to my knowledge, no. There is a pop-up parade figure. There is like a budget line figure from Good Smile Company that has like Krone and Akayu. But this is a scale figure from Spirit Tail. I would love to know who's the head of that department. Which department? Making sure her thighs are fat enough? Exactly. Yeah. Having a dedicated job title for that. I remember pre-ordering an Akayu and Karate figure that came out like a year ago, but I had to cancel because money. That was my guess, probably the Pop-Up Parade by Good Small Company. This figure is by Spirit Tail. It's a scale figure. I don't think Pop-Up Parades are considered scale figures. I'd argue they're more like prize figures-ish. They're like kind of budget prize figure area line. If there was like an Akayu that came along with this figure, I probably would have felt obligated to buy it. Cause I'm like, there's an obligation. You can't separate the two. If you get Korone, you get Akayu. If you get Akayu, you get a Korone. Like, they belong together. You don't separate the two. And I did that with like when I pre-ordered the Nendroids, but I ended up not liking them as much as I thought over time. So, like, yeah, my interest in them kind of went down over time. So I just gave the pre-orders to a friend. I think he's receiving that soon, if he hasn't received it already, because it already shipped out. Okay, I think she's good. Almost good. Okay. Base is still kind of dusty though. I see pop-up parades at conventions so much nowadays. Like, I don't know if pop-up parades are really a thing in, like, 2020. Yeah, pop-up parades are pretty recent, and now that I think about it. I don't think... Were they a thing in 2020? Like, early 2020? Like, you know, before the pandemic happened? Because I don't think they were a thing. Because I don't remember seeing them at at conventions when I went to conventions. But after, like, you know, after the pandemic ended and conventions started opening up, started seeing pop-up parades, you know, everywhere. They're so common. Okay, here she is. I think she looks better on camera. Not gonna lie. Like, she's pretty in person, but I think she's better on camera. Which is weird, because usually it's the other way around. Usually items are better, like, in person. But, interesting. Interesting. Okay, now I gotta put her back. I'm gonna put her back on my little, like, shelf on my desk. She's so good, yeah! I think a bunch of dust, like, got into my cup of water. I think I have to dump out that water. We got the next one! And then after this, I have 3 more figures to go. Oh, sorry, I hit my mic. We have done! Which is one of the figures that does have panties that are designed along with the, like... I don't know if that's the way to describe it, but, like, it matches the outfit. Whoa! Whoa! I almost dropped her! Jesus Christ, this is why I don't like handling my figures like this on camera. But her panties match her outfit. They're black. It looks good! And apparently it's accurate. Apparently it's accurate because, like, apparently in the anime, there was, like, one shot of her panties showing up and her panties are black. So, good stuff. Love to see it. And it comes with a pimple up too. So spats? I think they're just striped panties. I think so. I think they're just panties. I can't believe Pokemon peaked as a franchise with this figure! Dude, it's such a good figure. I love this figure. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did. As I do. It's such a good figure. If you guys are interested, they recently released, well, I can't say they released because it's not out yet, but I'm gonna take my mask off for a bit. They recently put up the Brendan, what was it? The Oras Brendan. They recently put him up for pre-order. And to go along with him coming out, they're doing a re-release of the Oras May as well. Because I believe May has, like, 2 different figures. She has her Oras design and then the original Ruby and Sapphire design. So if you're interested in getting a Pokemon figure, there is pre-orders for Oras May and Oras Brendan. Which, if you want to pick up... If you like the Pokemon figures and you see it's available for order, like I think particularly pre-order, I suggest picking it up if you like it, because the Pokemon figures go for really expensive. Like they go up in market value. If that makes sense. They go up in price pretty quickly in the aftermarket with the Pokemon figures. It's pretty consistent. I mean, the figure company does re-releases, so that helps bring the price back down. But you know, you're kind of going on the idea that maybe it will get re-released, which they do a decent amount of. But yeah. Oh, look at Dawn figure. I looked it up and it's so expensive, says Dawn. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She recently released, she released, I think, like a couple of years ago. And yeah, her price has skyrocketed since. That's why I suggest, like, if there's a Pokemon figure that you like, and it seems like a decent price, or it's like up for pre-order, I suggest getting it when you can. Because they're pretty consistently, gone up in price. I'm the person that should have a Dawn figure. I mean, look at me! It's in the name, in the profile picture. Dude, I would kill. I would kill for a figure of her in her platinum dress. I love her platinum dress so much. I love her platinum dress so much. It's so pretty! I don't know. That dress gets me, man. It's just so nice. That dress carried me through like Brilliant Diamond. The DLC, was it like a early like purchase bonus? The diamond, I mean the platinum outfits for the characters in Brilliant Diamond. Yeah, I got that, and it made the gameplay a lot better for me, or like the experience, because like every time there's a battle and like the camera passes by her, I'm like, oh, she's so pretty. I love the dress. I love the platinum dress so much. I need that figure. If they ever announce it, like immediately I'm pre-ordering because I need it. I need it. I need that goddamn figure. Please. I think maybe she has to be pretty popular for her to get the platinum dress like figure, because it's not impossible. There have been like characters that have gone like a second figure made of them, of like a different design. May, for example, has her first figure to come out was the Oras version, and then later on the Ruby and Sapphire design came out as a figure. And then I think Lily, from Sun and Moon, she had her, original design with the long hair. They had a figure for that, and they had one with her in the ponytail. So she got two figures as well. Even in the MSRP values is too expensive for me. Oh no! Oh yeah, yeah. Good luck then, my dude. They're expensive. They are figures, after all. They are works of art. They are pretty highly skilled, like made art pieces, I'd argue. So it makes sense why they're so expensive. The process for it is pretty like extensive. I think there's like a video of like Good Smell Company talking about like, showing the behind the scenes process of a figure being made. And it kind of gives an idea of why these are so expensive, because they're so well made. Okay, she's done. She was really quick to dust, thankfully, because her design's pretty simple. I feel like that's why I like it a lot. I don't know, despite her design being pretty simple, it looks really pretty. So that's done. Real quick. I put her back now. Oh, my headphones are getting like mixed up in my mask. There we go. Where was it? I think I saw the message. Was it deleted? Kaiju said, I do wish we could get Rosa and 8 figures. I believe Rosa has a figure. I'm not too familiar with the names of like a lot of the male protagonists. If Nate is also the protagonist for Black and White 2, then there is a figure of him as well, I believe. Both Rosa and him have figures. Probably not cheap. Unless they got... Did they get a re-release recently? Or like pre-order for them? Maybe. They might have gotten like a re-release, so they might be a bit cheaper. Let's see. Pocket Monsters. Oh shit! They're coming out soon, actually. Dude, Kaiju? Do you have your chat set to top or recent? Recent. But Kaiju, if you're interested in a Nat... Is it Nate or Nat? Nat Rosa figure? They just recently... Like, they're gonna release soon. Like, next week soon. So I suggest getting it when you can. If you have the means to afford it, I suggest getting it soon, personally. If you really want it that badly. Because they go up in price real quickly. Is Nate here? Yeah, here's Nate. Okay. If Nate is the one with the very like coconut top hair, I don't know how to describe it. How much are they? It depends on where you get them. But let me check Ami. Like maybe Kotobukiya? Kotobukiya has a Kotobukiya. They have a US site, right? Excuse me. That's a third one, baby. Pre-order. Let me just type in Pokemon. Black Friday, hello. Ooh, I need to look at that, actually. I need to look at their Black Friday sales. It's mostly, like, Gundam stuff. Okay, I'm not too interested in Gundam. Okay, but anyways. I need to look at the Pokemon ones. Pokemon... Nothing for Pokemon. There is a Hilda figure. There is. I'm just doing like research for you guys at this point. Which is fun. I really like figures, so I don't mind doing a bit of research. There is a Hilda figure, yes. What was the last time she was released? 2019. So she's probably gonna be very expensive. Oh my god. Yes, she is. Here she is from the same shop I just bought her from. From the same shop that I bought the Kizuna Ai figure from, Akiba Soul. This one, this figure. Hold on. Where I bought her from. I bought her from a website called Akiba Soul. And you want to see the secondhand price for Hilda? There you go, buddy. That's how expensive she is nowadays. Her last release was in 2019, so good luck, my dude. You gotta pray for a re-release. Pray to the figure gods. There's a figure. She for the Rosa figure is out for pre-order, and I believe so is the Nate. But it's pretty close to the release date, so hopefully you can find some place. I'm not gonna do too much research on it now, like the best place to buy. Because I think at this point it's a matter of finding where they're stocked, or we can still pre-order them. Like the Nat and the Rosa one. But yeah. I can answer like more like I don't know, like specifics, like specific shops and stuff for like different figures. It kinda depends on the situation. But I can answer some figure questions. Like figure with like the Pokemon ones. I won't do too much digging deep to see like the best place to buy them. Like if they're available in that shop, but yeah. Because that'll take a bit too much time. I'm like, I'm in the middle streaming. So. I don't have much interest on figures anyway. I would like a Dawn figure because of obvious reasons, but I'm not too stoked to spend lots of money. Yeah, that's valid. That's very valid. Figure collecting ain't everyone's thing. But if it is your thing, it's expensive. Mishy, you should put together a PowerPoint of figure hunting and turn that into a stream. Dude, for real? I should. I should do that at one point. You're right. I think that'd be a really fun, like, stream. Oh, does she have, like... Oh, she has, like, some damage at the back of her foot. I don't think you can see it. It's very minimal, but there's, like, I think some paint scraped off at the back of her foot, but... Woo! That's fine. I almost dropped her. It's a once you start, you can't stop kind of thing. Yeah, essentially. Yeah. Figures are a freaking rabbit hole, man. That's it. Yeah, yeah. Midori, when you mentioned the whole like PowerPoint thing with the figure buying stream, yeah, that does sound fun. That just requires so much research. Like when it comes to like informational stuff like that, I'm hesitant on them because I try to be very careful about the information I share. Because I want to make sure everything is like accurate. You know what I mean? I have to make sure it's accurate and everything. So I'll spend like forever like researching and finding sources and whatnot. You know what I mean? So is EB okay to buy the figures? I mean, it's like a give and take. Because people don't really know where to buy figures. People usually go to like Amazon and eBay. That's the first places they think of when it comes to online buying with figures. And because of that, I think sellers they take advantage of that by kind of upcharging on figures. If that makes sense. So if generally speaking, you're likely gonna find figures for a higher price on eBay and Amazon. I will say that. There are other places where you get it for cheaper. And also, there's an issue of bootlegs on Amazon, on eBay. I think maybe even Amazon too. I can't say too much about bootlegs in Amazon, but there is a lot of bootlegs on eBay. One way you can avoid getting bootlegs on eBay, it's not foolproof because there's some like U.S. sellers that also sell like bootlegs, mostly like secondhand sellers, but the best way to avoid getting bootlegs on eBay is just not buying it from like a Chinese shop. Like if it's just from China and to figure, very, very, very likely it's a bootleg if you're buying it on eBay. There are Chinese based like legit Chinese figure companies. Like the Miku on a cake figure I just dusted a bit ago. That is an official figure from a Chinese company. They do exist. But if you're on eBay and it's and the figure's from China and it's cheap, very likely a bootleg. Just saying. Just use opinion-based language so nobody can call you out on misinformation. Yeah, that's true. I could be like, yo guys, this is my experience as a figure collector of being in the figure collecting for years. So I give you my best knowledge, like, of what based on my experience and shit. I could be wrong. There's a lot of things that can also vary depending on time and stuff. Things could change, da 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 da, yeah, yeah, yada yada, stuff like that. And be like, okay, well, I'll give you guys the best information I can provide and shit. So, I don't know, some shit like that. So, like, scamish? It's like, kinda, yeah, kinda. Way upcharging, like, hella upcharging. When you can find it for cheaper elsewhere. No, assert everything with extreme confidence and vigor, regardless of your knowledge. Dude, some people do that. Some people do that really well. Like my dad. With some stuff. But yeah, some people do it and they get away with it. Like, how could you talk shit so confidently? How can you like spread misinformation so confidently? Like, dude, how? How? Dude. There was one time when I flew from like California to Florida, with my mom and my sibling Kana. We're moving, and we took a flight because it's easier, but also because mostly princess. Because my cat princess. Like, we're not gonna. She really doesn't like short drives in the car. We're not gonna drive her cross country to another state. So our best choice was to fly princess to Florida. And when because my dad was not with us at all. And my dad was not with us at all on the flight. He did not know the process at all of how we transported princess from California to Florida. He was on a call with his brother, and they were talking about like the move and everything. And then they got on the topic of like we brought our cat with us to Florida, and I believe like my uncle was like, how did you bring the cat to with you to Florida? And then my dad was talking about, oh yeah, you can just you can bring your pet for free on the plane, and you just have the cat in your lap. And I'm like, no, what? No. You had to pay for the pet, and they had to be in a carrier. How you're so confident by spreading misinformation. The dude just had the confidence to just lie out of his ass, man. I don't know. Anyways, she's going back on the shelf. What? Shit. That was like a little mug. Can't really see it, but it's like a little mug that was in the anime. But this is the figure. I got it for really cheap too. I got her for really cheap. On the same site I got Kizuna Ai. You can find some pretty good deals on there if you keep an eye out. I'm signed up for their newsletter, so I get emails whenever whenever they drop a bunch of pre-owned figures. So I look at it really quickly because they can run out really. The nice ones can run out really quickly. So as soon as I see the email, usually I check out. Usually I'm able to see it within like 2 hours of them sending an email of like new pre-order figures. Or not pre-order, pre-owned. New pre-owned figures. I say new pre-owned. Recently stocked pre-owned figures. There we go. Okay, that makes more sense. But yeah, I usually hop on their pre-owned section pretty quickly when they do release some stuff. I think I got this one for like 40-ish. I think I got it for 30 or 40-ish dollars, including shipping, which is really good for her. So hella good. I gotta put it back up. she's back up. Pre-glued Midori. I mean, they're what do you call them? Pre-painted figures? There are figures that you can put together yourself. I think. There's like garage kits and stuff, but I feel like they're official. They're also official figures that you can put together yourself, but I don't see it as common as like scale figures that pre-painted and everything and to put together. I mean, maybe there's a lot more than I'm suggesting, but I'm just not in that like that realm of like figures, if that makes sense. Those figures aren't really my thing, so like I don't know too much information about like figures that you have to set up and stuff. I do want to get into garage kits at one point. If you're familiar with what garage kits are, they're like figure parts that you basically get to like paint yourself and put together. Like even if like it's not even like how to describe it. Sometimes you it's not just like ready to paint kind of thing. Sometimes you actually have to clean up the figures a bit, because sometimes like their sculpt is like kind of off, or it needs some touch up. Like you need sanded down and stuff and whatnot before you can paint it. But you know, garage kits are a thing, and I do want to get into garage kits at one point. But here's a mannequin I enjoy. This is gifted by Army Bug. This is gifted by Army Bug, yeah. It's kind of like a Moonshine Studios figures. I'm not familiar with that company, not gonna lie. So I cannot say. There are some figures I've seen that are already painted, but you gotta put it together. Like they're like the individual parts, because there are some figures like there are some scale figures pre-painted that like they have multiple like parts, like some have different face plates and some like different arm options. But those are pretty minimal kind of stuff. But there I think there are figures that you actually get to like actually like put together. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with those figures, so I cannot really speak on those. Oh, not a company. He's a YouTuber who makes and customized figures on YouTube and does stop motion animation. Oh, that's cool. Hella. Hella. Oh, there's like dust on my fingers. Dude, like, heckin' these unboxing and essentially, like, you know, also dusting figure streams are basically just, like, just chatting streams, just talking about figures, for real. Which is really fun. I really like talking about figures. I really like figures, if you couldn't tell. I think it's really cool that a non-Japanese indie company got some figures. I always appreciate that when that happens. Like there's a pop-up parade, like a small like a budget figure of Monica coming up, I believe. There's also a no, not Yuri. How the fuck did I forget her name? The Sayori, Yuri, Monica. What's the pigtail girl name? No shit, how did I forget? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? The other girl. The two like light pink pigtails. Goddamn, how did I forget her name? Not Sayori. Sayori's the best friend character, right? Natsuki! Natsuki! Yeah, Natsuki. There's a Nendra of Natsuki. I believe the grayscale, like the unpainted prototype was released. Like it was shown. But I don't think her painted one has been shown yet. Which kind of makes sense, because if like the painted one was shown, then that means it's probably up for pre-order. But she's almost there. She's almost there. But we love to see non-Japanese titles get figures, because that means that, you know, that they're popular enough to get figures made. So, love to see it. It's super cool when Western properties do well over there. Yeah! Dude, I wish... Dude, if there's a one-shot, like a Nico Nandroid, I would snag that shit. Nico Nandroid. I will hop on it. I will get that. Oh, Nico looks so cute as an android. Nico would look so cute as an android. I hope, dude. I pray. Ah! I pray I will get an android. The journey character, like the armless, like kind of red robe, kind of, I think, like black skin. Or is it a mask? Was it a black mask? I don't know. But or is it white? Was it white or black? I don't know. But you guys know what I'm talking about, like that journey character with like the sand dunes and shit. Dunes, I think, is the word. And like it has like it's armless, has like really like sticky looking legs. It's cool. It has like a pop-up parade, so it has like a you know, like a budget line figure. So that one has a figure. So if that one can get it, Nico from One Shot Nandroid, please. Please. We love to see it. And also Helltaker. Dude, Helltaker has a good number of figures. I'm so proud. I'm so not proud. I don't know if proud's the right word. I'm so happy for the dude. He managed to get a whole bunch of figures for his characters. That's hella cool. There we go. She's all set up again. We love to see it. Like, I think that the creator of Helltaker is Polish, right? I think it's a Polish-based game. Poland. Polish-based game? Poland-based game? I don't know. I still haven't played Helltaker yet. I want to stream it at one point. Despite the game being free, I still haven't played it yet. Okay, I gotta put her back. I just gotta brush off the shelf she was on. We are almost done. We just got this Menma figure, and then we're good. We're Gucci. Okay, last one. Kaiju says, I love Helltaker a lot and do want to stream that as my first game stream. Dude, that'd be cool, yeah. That's nice first stream game, in my opinion. I mean, I never played it, but like, if it can be beat in an hour, I think it's a pretty good first game stream. Okay. Last figure. Which is a figure I got pretty early on in my, like, figure collecting days. It was a gift from my boyfriend at the time. Menma. I really like this one. I really like this design. Because, like, I had other Menma figures before, but I sold them off. Like, her face was kind of, like, half the time, like, her face was okay in those figures. But, like, something about the face in this figure specifically is just really good. And the overall vibes of this, I don't know. It's really, really nice. It looks like, it doesn't look like an anime character figure. It looks like just art drawn and then someone made a figure of it. Because this is so, like, I don't know. There's an aesthetic. You know what I mean? There are vibes of like, this is fan art, or this is art made of a character, and then there's like the vibes in art that's like, this is just a pretty character, kind of thing. So this figure looks like it's just made of a pretty character, but it's a character, actual character in an anime. Does that make sense? I don't know if you guys can get that feeling too, because that's something I noticed with art. There's like just here's art of a character that already exists in a pre-established like a franchise or establishment. They have like characterization and stuff and writing. There's story behind them and stuff. And here's just I just do this girl because she's really pretty. This girl's really pretty. This is like a one-time art piece of this really cute girl stuff. I don't know. Ryan gets it. Ryan gets it. Hi, Lily! Welcome! Hello! Dude, welcome to the stream! We're almost done. We finished unboxing, like, the Kizuna Ai figure a while ago. It was really quick, so now, like, almost every other figure unboxing stream, we are continuing with, like, a figure dusting content, because I gotta actively, like, dust my figures, so... Yeah, the stand for this one, it is so cute. I love it. I commented on like twice. It's so pretty. I love it. You should dust your figures. This is a reminder. If you have figures, you should probably dust them. If you want to keep them in good shape. I don't have like a dedicated like glass display case for my figures, unfortunately. But it's like having a dedicated like display case for figures is nice, because like that means you don't have to dust them as much. But I like decorating my room in such a way that like my room gets decorated and stuff, but also like the figures are kind of meshed in with the other decorations. If that makes sense, because I have like books and I have like Blu-ray and art put on a shelf, and I just mix my figures in with it, as opposed to having like a dedicated like glass case that has like all figures. Like it looks really nice with the figures there, but I have to dust it so much more, kind of thing. Because it's obviously it's not encased. It does look nicer that way, yeah. It looks pretty. I mean that goes with nicer. It looks pretty. And there's just a vibe, because like some of the figures have a certain theme going on, and then when you put it next to other items that kind of match that theme, it looks really nice. Jeez, I don't think I've dusted mine since high school, and oh no! I pray for your figures then. I mean, if you don't really mind that kind of stuff, if you don't particularly care, then it's fine, because ultimately they're your figures. But I'm trying to take, I like, you couldn't tell, I figures a lot, so I'm trying to take good care of my figures, so I try to dust them regularly. Maybe, figure dusting streams are essentially like a monthly thing on this, my channel. Just, oh, there's some like, there's some dots on her that probably need to wipe off or something at one point in time in the future. I see some like little like dark dots, and maybe that's like dust that's like hard settled to the figure. I don't know. You can kind of see her butt cheeks. Like, you can kind of see her butt crack through the underwear. Oh, you can see like dust on my finger. Well, there is dust on my finger, but I don't know if it's coming up on the camera. But it's like, I don't know. It feels like attention to detail. I don't know. Right, and attention to detail. It's really cute. It kind of adds to like the whole like artsy vibe to the figure. It's really cute. I like it. You can tell like the bottom is pretty like low. Well, I like those. I like those kind of bottoms. I like those kind of like panties and like bottoms because they look really pretty. Um, so really nice, really nice. Yeah, I took her top off. Took oh, so funny. They're super duper cute. Yeah. Oh man, I love this figure so much. It's such a good figure. One of the few like stuff I kept from like my Anohana collection. Cause dude, y'all, I don't know if some of y'all know, but I was obsessed with Anohana before. I ate like any merch up. I had like a big collection of like Anohana merch. So much stuff. I would like stock like Yahoo Auctions Japan for like Anohana merch. And I got so much stuff. But I sold up most of it. There's some stuff I kept, like stuff I really like this figure obviously is really pretty, so I kept it. So secret base intensifies. Yes, it's really good. I like it. Yeah, what like 2011 was a pretty good year for anime. That was like what? Anohana. I like Steins like when I got through Steins Gate, I liked it a lot, but like the beginning of Steins Gate is such a drag for me. It is such a drag. But once I get through that drag of Steins Gate, it's good. But I think Steins Gate was also a 2011 anime. Madoka Magica was a 2011 anime. Dog Days. I don't know why. There's an anime that came up in my mind when I read Dog Days. But I don't think it's Dog Days that came up in my mind. I don't remember the name of the anime that I'm thinking of. But I don't think it's Dog Days. Oh shit. Did I press on something too hard? I think I pressed on something a bit too hard, but I don't think it's broken right now. Okay, I don't see any breaks. But there was a bit of like a plastic like creaky noise that I did not feel comfortable with. Is anyone watching the reboot of Urusei Yatsura? I'm watching the reboot. I never watched the original Urusei Yatsura because that's like, I mean, even if it's before my time, just because it's before my time doesn't mean I haven't like doesn't mean I can't watch it. But I never watched the original Urusei Yatsura. But oh the reboot, I really like the reboot. I think it's mostly like, dude, the opening and the ending are so good. The opening is a huge bop. The opening is so good. And the character designs are so nice. I love like the roundness to the character designs. I think if you watch the anime and you're familiar with my art, I think you might be able to see why I really like the character designs in the reboot. But they're so like rounded and they're soft. And Lum is like really floaty. Of course she floats obviously, but like she's drawn floating a lot because she floats, she flies. And I don't know, there's just a vibe of like that overall like airiness to like the poses and stuff. It's so good. I love it. And the art of it is just so nice. Such nice art for the reboot. I watched a decent amount of the original. I didn't know the reboot was coming out this year. Yeah, yeah, it's already out. It's been airing. I think it's like 6-ish episodes in already. It's currently airing, so I like it a lot. Okay. That's the Thunder Oni alien girl, right? Yes, it is. It is, yes. So she has like Well, in the original, she had in the anime, she had I think green hair because like limitations of like animation, or like just to streamline it. But I believe she has like iridescent hair. She's meant to have iridescent hair, but for anime back then, making iridescent like animating iridescent hair, I think even now is a lot of work. But obviously, I feel like it's a lot easier to animate iridescent hair now than back then. That was like cell sheet age. That was like cell sheets. You know what I mean? Or is that the right word? Cell sheets? What's the word? That's like the animation, like clear sheets. You know what I'm talking about? I forgot the term for it. But I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Like the transparent sheets of animation back then. We kind of like layer on top of each other and stuff like that. It was, it's a really old animation, so that's how they animated it. So, like having iridescent hair back then, I can imagine it's really, really, really difficult to do, not worth the effort, nor worth the time. So, but nowadays, obviously, we have computer animation, so now the hair is a lot more, you know, where it's closer to what it's meant to be, I guess. Hold on. So yeah, her hair is a lot more like, sparkly and shit in the reboot. Oh, I love Lum's voice. Lum is such a nice voice. I didn't watch the reboot, so I can't say much. I mean, I didn't watch the original, so I can't say much about her voice in the original. But I love her voice in the reboot. It's different. I'll say that from what usual like anime. There's a very common like anime voices. You know what I'm talking about? You watch enough anime, you kind of hear the same thing over and over again. And slightly different like pitches and tones, but generally the same. But Lum's voice is pretty like Lum. Yeah, I haven't heard her type of voice used much in anime kind of thing. Lum's voice is Lum's voice. But with anime you got like cutesy voice, milfy voice. That's it. Normal-ish voice. You know what I mean? Like, I have a lot of respect for voice acting, but like, there's a lot of repetitive stuff in anime. I'll say that, a lot of repetitive stuff, and voices is one of them. Like, I don't doubt these voice actors are like really talented and they have like a huge range, but like, there's so many moving parts with those kind of productions. You know what I mean? So many different people, that have input. You got higher ups who also want it to be a certain way. So, if that makes sense. So even if like a creator's like skill range is pretty wide or like really high, they might be limited in terms of how much of that they can show because of like they're working under someone else. They had to fulfill a role. I mean, I say that, but I never worked in the industry, so I can't say that with too much confidence, but Oh, she's so pretty, guys. She's so pretty. I love this figure so much. Dude, like, she's mostly leg. Like, she's hella leg. I think she's more leg than, like, body. I think her whole torso and head is, like, the same length as her legs. If not, just a bit less than her legs. It's pretty. It is pretty, but, like, when you think about it, you're like, yeah, that's a lot of leg. But she's pretty regardless. It doesn't bother me, but it is a lot of leg. When you think about it. Okay, I gotta put her back up. Oh, I can take my mask off now. Jesus Christ. Put her back where she belongs. Oh, I don't have a place for Kizuna Ai. I bought the figure. but I don't have a place to put her. I should probably figure out a place to put her. Lily, I'm in the same situation. Looks like she should be like 10% shorter, says Daka. Probably, yeah. I mean, she is like a 1/7 scale figure, so she's pretty big. She's pretty big. I'm in the same situation. I have no place for new figures, yet I continue to buy them. Yeah! Yeah. I need to buy new shelves. I do need to buy more shelving and stuff and whatnot for these things. I do have a shelf that I still haven't put up yet. I've been holding off from putting up that shelf for a long time, but that's because like I want to paint the frame. I have like this pretty like decent. I don't know if it's decent size, but I have this wall shelf that's made out of like recycled chopsticks and recycled metal. So the shelves in themselves are made out of recycled chopsticks and the frames are metal. So the frames are black, but I want to paint them white to match my room better. But I've just been holding off from painting the frames for a while. I need to get around to that. Yeah, the hair is so good. I love the flowiness of this like pose. They're like it's so good. This figure is just Gucci. And like the base is really good. I love the base. It's like it's simple, but it's like it's good. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's so much motion. Yeah, it's so good. Like this is the kind of like vibes I want to give off my art in terms of like overall motion and like just cutesy, like simple cutesy. This is the kind of shit I like in my art, kind of thing. So I like this figure a lot. It's what I like in art, and I want in my art. And I see a figure of it, I'm gonna want it. It's really good. I've been out of room for like 6 years, but every year at my local con, for real, yeah, I need to put up more shelving in my room. Like, I have a whole wall that I haven't done anything with, like the wall that my bed is against. I want to, I haven't put anything up here because I want to buy like a nice like big cat like wall furniture complex thing. I want to put like scratching posts and like shelving and like little bridges and walkways for my cat princess on my wall that's above my bed, which is good and bad because if she falls off, she falls on me. But also I go to sleep under princess if she sleeps there, if she's on that thing, which is great. I love her so much. So I haven't touched the wall like that's like against like my bed's against. Uh-oh, cat ownership and figure collections don't mix too well. Thankfully, all the places I have my figures are at, she doesn't go on. And I kind of had that in mind with, you know, with how I display them. The area she goes to my desk, she doesn't go where the figures are. And I have shelves that are high enough and have a lot of stuff on it, and it doesn't have enough space to like interest her. If that makes sense? Like you kind of just have a vibe of like, this area looks like someplace she would like to go on and knock shit over. This place, don't think she will really walk over there. There, you know, you kind of after you have the cat for long enough, you kind of feel for what like where she will and won't go. I could be proven wrong, but so far I have no trouble with figures. I worry about candles. Candles are the ones I worry about. I'm not gonna have candles in my room. I won't do it. I don't trust candles in Princess. No. No sorry. Also, my room is a freaking fire hazard because like that's way too much stuff. Freaking my room is like my own bedroom, an office space, an inventory space, all shoved into one room. So you can tell there's not a lot of space. I'm excited to eventually move out and probably have my own dedicated office space with like where I can have like my inventory there as well to kind of space stuff out. Man. But I'm really hoping that when I do spend money, like a lot of money, like a couple $100 worth on that, like the cat, like shelving and like cat scratchers on the wall and everything, I'm hoping that she actually uses it. You know what I mean? I think cat owners can understand that shit, where like you buy something really nice and fancy, like a nice bed for your cat, they don't end up using it. So I'm hoping she uses like the big fancy like wall thing I eventually want to get for her one day. My office is now my bedroom and it's bad. I just look at my bed all day long. Yeah, I feel like when you have your office space in the same like vicinity as your bedroom, it's a lot more difficult to have that mental separation of work from like personal space, if that makes sense. From like downtime. And that is what I live with. And I've been living with that for a while. But you gotta start somewhere. Cat owners should be entitled to extended return windows at pet stores. Dude, for real. For real. Or maybe like there should be like have a return window, but also like a section dead and like cats like pet stores dedicated to like hey these items, because you know a lot of stores, you know, they have some kind of policy, like obviously if an item is a bit too used up or it's not new enough, then they can't resell it. Like they have to meet certain standards in order to be able to put it back on their shelving. Unless you're like Amazon, they probably just throw it out or some shit like that. Anyways, but it'd be cool if like they had like, oh, you return your pet stuff to us, and they had a section that'd be like, hey, this section of the store has a bunch of cat supplies that people return because their cat's never used. You can buy it at a discount, kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I think that'd be really cool. I think cat owners can hella relate to that. I'd be like, yeah, it makes sense. I think that'd be cool. Dude, my cat cafe. Cat cafe. Like I don't think I would sell much like cat furniture, but having like a section of my cat cafe to be like some kind of like swap of like cat owners, just like, yeah, my cat didn't like this bed, I'll trade you or swap with you, like, you know, your cat item that your cat never used. I feel like that'd be really cool. Have like dedicated days, because I know with the cat cafe I want to open up with my sibling one day, we want to have like event days, like Kana, my sibling that I want to open up the cat cafe with, they want to have like D&D nights at the cafe. So we have the cafe like, closed off to like, you know, the public, and have like it be dedicated to like D&D nights. You know, that makes sense. So maybe we can have dedicated events that are like, hey, cat owners, you have a bunch of shit that your cat never used up. Bring it over here to this event. Well, you know, where other cat owners will come in with their supplies that their cat never used, and you guys can trade. You know, shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, that'd be hella cool. Shit like that would be fun. And it's like nice because it helps build like community, but also reduces waste. Take a cat, leave a cat. Yeah, take a you know, item, leave an item kind of thing with cat furniture. Yeah. Kitty swap meets. Oh, that'd be so fun. Yeah, I need to tell Kana that idea. Oh man, yeah, it'll be hella on brand because I hella care about trying to be eco-friendly and sustainable, all that shit. So having some kind of like leave an item, take an item, or like some kind of like event where, you know, people can come, like, you know, cat owners can come in with their stuff to trade. I feel like that'd be really fun. That'd be really nice. So I need to write that idea down. Who said that? Who said that? Midori, thank you for the idea. You mentioned that cat owners should be entitled to extended return windows at pet stores, which eventually kind of spawned the idea for me with the like kitty swap meet. Yeah, thank you for that, my dude. I know, like I try to credit people's ideas when I can, but this cat cafe likely won't happen until like my 30s. So, and I'm like my early to mid 20s. Like, the cat cafe is like post content creation, like, era in my life. Like I like making art. I like streaming. I want to get into making YouTube videos. There's so many things I want to do, but like I've just limited energy and time and stuff. There's so many things I want to do. Um, so I think at one point in time, I will stop doing like streaming and art and content creation for like a main thing. I feel like after I'm done and I move on to do like a cat cafe, I will still do like I will still draw and still occasionally stream, but it won't be my main like focus, like my main career, and I'll probably do it purely out of a hobby point. At that point I'll go back to how I used to do art and stuff and stream, was out of hobby, which would be nice to go back to. But yeah, I'll do it purely out of that. Once I want to get to the cat cafe, 30s will probably be cat cafe, and then maybe like late 30s to 40s, I might venture off to do like other like businesses. I do want a hand in sustainable businesses. I want to make some change in that regard. Of making some change and trying to be more eco-friendly and stuff. So we'll see. Probably the manufacturing end, because people are gonna want their stuff. I as an artist, by very nature of making merch, it is not like sustainable, eco-friendly in the sense of like you, by the very nature of like creating items, you are taking resources from the earth and creating something out of it, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So by the very nature of manufacturing an item, that is not eco-friendly. But it's something I do enjoy. I do like making art and making it into merch. And having art's nice, but there is an environmental footprint that comes out of it. So at one point in time, I do want to try to make some kind of like step or some kind of plant a seed or some sort of make some kind of change or some kind of positive step in the manufacturing side and try to do more like environmentally friendly manufacturing to some degree. Like not just taking, but also like yeah, there's so many things. I won't go too much about it because there's so many things I could talk about with that kind of stuff. But like, yeah, those are future plans I have. So the whole this what I'm doing, streaming and art and content creation. This is just the first thing I want to do. I think that's like my 20s. That's like my 20s like shtick, if that makes sense. Like my late teens and early 20s, and like my late teens and 20s, maybe early 30s, maybe. But I think once I get into my late 30s, that's probably like cat cafe like era stuff. So lots of stuff I want to do. Society, after all, yeah. Oh yeah, that future plans for post 30s. My plan for post 30s having a burger shop or maybe a burger food truck. Yeah, that sounds fun. I don't know. There's an appeal about like food, about like having your own little like shop with food. I don't know, that's cozy. It is cozy. Food's nice. Food is like a social thing. Food brings people together, in my opinion. Like everyone needs to eat, you know what I mean? And food is I think it's a social thing. I think you grab food and you go out to eat with people. You know what I mean? Speaking of that though, is it weird on a similar note to like talking about like eating out with people? Is it weird or is it kind of out of place for someone to eat at restaurants by themselves? Because I do that. And I didn't think it was weird if someone brought it up that was kind of off. I'm like, oh, is it off? Like, I'm still going to do it. But like, I didn't think about it being possibly kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like, it out of place for someone to eat at a restaurant alone. Yeah, I'll still do it. But like, I just thought it was interesting. No, I go to restaurants by myself all the time. Oh, yeah. Well, I think it's all on that person's perspective. Oh, perspective, definitely. But it all depends on people. But there's sometimes more general consensus about certain things. You know what I mean? There's just social norms and shit. You know what I mean? So, but okay, interesting. But when I think about it in that sense, and yeah, I guess when someone pointed out to me that eating by yourself is kind of uncommon, then when I after I heard that, I looked around restaurants more often, and yeah, I don't see a lot of people eating by themselves. So I guess it is pretty uncommon for people to eat by themselves at restaurants. I feel like it was a lot more common before takeout such Uber Eats culture. Oh, I can see that. I can see that. I'd rather just eat. I'd rather just go there and eat. Because sometimes you just want the restaurant setting. You know what I mean? Eh. Sometimes you just want that space to yourself. You just, I don't know. There's like, yeah, time to hang out with friends. There's nice friendo time. There's like just decompress. Like, I'm eating by myself and just kind of like, I'm at the restaurant with my own thoughts. It's kind of detoxifying in its own way, in my opinion. No time to arrive, no time to leave, no headache on payment time. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, like you don't have to think about it. That's like some of the nice stuff about like being by yourself in some situations where like you don't have to really think about anyone else in the sense of like you just gotta worry about yourself, you know? You don't have to like rearrange plans, you don't have to talk to everyone and be like, oh yeah, where do you wanna go? Where does everyone wanna go? And try to figure out around there. Which isn't to say it's bad kind of thing, but sometimes you just wanna go by yourself. There is a comfort in just going by yourself sometimes, kind of thing. I like traveling by myself. I like going to like airports and like, or like, you know, going through like transit and stuff by myself. There's something nice. There's something comforting about just being by myself and just going to where I need to go, without having to think about anyone else. Like obviously, like if I'm going to airport, then I have to worry about like, oh, the airline wants me to do this. I had to check in this many bags, or I had to arrive to my gate by this time. Because in some degree, in some way, yeah, that kind of you had to worry about something else in a way. I don't know how to describe it, but like, yeah, you're just by yourself, you know. You don't gotta worry about shit. You just do your thing. That's nice. I think back on the Amazon thing, Midori mentioned like Amazon would actually just dump return inventory on these warehouses where you can buy random stuff for super cheap. I lived to buy one for years without knowing one to go so bad. Yeah, I've seen like people they got a whole huge haul of like here's a huge pallet of a bunch of returns and stuff. And I think that's better than throwing them out. I would argue that, but there's oh man. Amazon's just poo poo though. Amazon I like this. This is like a huge conversation about like Amazon and how they handle that kind of stuff. Like I'm not gonna go off about that now because like I'm gonna end stream soon. But oh, I can go on about like Amazon and like e-commerce stuff. I feel like Amazon's its own thing, but I can go off. I can talk a lot about e-commerce stuff because I really like talking about businesses and stuff. I think business is really great. I feel like business can be used for good, but often it's not associated with good half the time, unfortunately. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to defend. Oh yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? There's so many freaking like moving parts with that kind of stuff. It's not a black and white thing when it comes to like the return stuff and how they go the return item palette. Yeah, I get you. No worries, dude. No worries. I'm not saying anyone here is like trying to defend the dude. You know what I mean? By buying from Amazon or anything. But yeah. There's so many moving parts of that kind of shit. But yeah, is there anything else you guys want to talk about or like ask or anything of the sort? You know, like finishing off the stream before I head off and like grab some food. You play a bit of Minecraft maybe. I want to play Minecraft. I want some. I'm hungry. I'm a hungry man. Favorite Pokemon? Ah, man. Would it be basic to say Glaceon? I really like Glaceon. I love Eevee and the whole evolutions thing. I don't know. That's just cool. There hasn't been a new evolution in years, in generations. That's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. It's pathetic. The last one was Sylveon. What generation was that? Like 6? What are we at, like a 9 now? It is pathetic. At my local food bank headquarters, sometimes closed Amazon warehouses would send their crap they couldn't sell to their warehouse. Volunteers would sort through the stock and give useful things to the community. That shit was cool. Yeah, there is like a I don't know, maybe it's a human. It's like a scavenger. I don't know, maybe it's like a primal, like, scavenger hunt vibe. Like, vibe that goes along with, like, that kind of stuff. I don't know, maybe is that same instinct or, like, that goes with, like, finding a good deal or, like, scavenging for stuff. I wouldn't doubt that kind of, like, thing is similar. Some kind of primal instinct kind of thing. That's why people love, like saving money and finding deals and stuff. There's something about that scavenging kind of vibe. I don't know. I fall and prey for that kind of stuff too. I will say I fall and prey. This one was one example of that. This is like $65. I love this figure. I've been wanting this figure for a while, so at least I can at least be like confident in the idea that I didn't like impulse purchases, because I did buy this before. I did buy this around the time where it first came out, but I needed the money, so I just sold her off right away, right after. I didn't even open the box. It was sealed. So I sold her off. That was like years ago, like 2017, 18-ish, like when, you know, when Kizuna Ai was kind of big. 2019? 2018. 17? Around, you know, around there. Late 2010s, when she was big. And I got that figure. Sold her off. And then I noticed, it's like, it's sad, like, seeing, it's good for me price-wise, of course, like, I'm not gonna argue that, but, like, the reason why her price went down, like, with her merch and stuff, her figures, is because, like, you know, she's not as popular as she used to be, so the values of her figures are going down, so that's why I was able to snag this figure for such a good deal, because, you know, it went down, but, you know, I got it for, like, 65. She made her mark. She made her mark. She made her mark. VTubers wouldn't be where they are without her, in my opinion. So, you know. Only 65, that's nice. Hell yeah. It was opened already, but, like, I don't see any damage to her. I mean, maybe, like, there is a spot, like, on the back of her hair that's, like, very small. But, like, other than that, like, the figure itself is, like, Gucci shape. I just gotta find where to put her. I don't know where to put her. I mean, I feel like I could make some space, but then, like, there's a point where, like, you put too many items in one space where it's no longer, like, pretty. It's, like, it's cluttered. You know, if that makes sense. With, like, that kind of stuff, so. Even if you put, like, a bunch of nice items together, and there's too many of them, it doesn't look like a display anymore. It just looks like clutter. So, I gotta figure out where to put her. I got more shelving up on my walls and stuff. There's also the controversy of her becoming more corporate, so she moved from original talent. Yeah, there's that whole stuff going around, which I haven't looked too much into, but I'm like, it sounds pretty, like, very crazy. And when you know, when a personality is in the hands of multiple people and stuff, it's very interesting. It's unfortunate, but, like, it's a very interesting, I would argue, like, case study, if that makes sense, of, like, what happened to her, if that makes sense. It's very interesting to look into. I haven't looked into it, but from what I heard, it's just very interesting how the company went about, like, handling a personality of a, like, you know, VTuber personality, and, like, agencies and corporate, all that kind of stuff is interesting. Often not, like, fortunate when it's talked about, of course. When it becomes big, it's probably may not be fortunate, but it's very interesting. I'll say that. Maybe not fortunate, but interesting. But yeah, I should start heading off. I need to grab some food. Anything else, guys? Anything else? Oh, the ears! You want to see the ears? Yeah. Let me grab those ears. Here! The ears. They're pretty well made. I like them. I did try them on, and it did not look good on me. It didn't look good. But maybe if I wear a wig, maybe it'll look better. The ears themselves look great, but it looks so off on me. Maybe it's because, like, I'm just person with doggy ears on. But maybe if I have a wig, maybe it'll look better. So that's the ears. And I haven't opened the tail yet. I have not opened the tail. Here's a tail. I'll open it on stream. I'll open it on stream. Why not? Thank you, Midori, for contributing to the doggo ears and tail. Okay. It is a ribbon tail. It's not a butt plug one. It is not a butt plug one. I have not prepared my asshole for a butt plug tail. Also, it's very limiting on when I can wear that tail, so we have a little ribbon, which I may or may not end up removing, but like, yes. I think I need a brush for this. I might need a brush, because it's kind of like, yeah. It's cute though, it's really cute! This is the kind of brown I had in mind for like my Sona. I still haven't done like an actual colored like reference of my pupper Sona. I still haven't done it yet. So people have just been like kind of guessing or just kind of giving their best like idea of what the, you know, what it would look like. Yeah, sorry, Biv. I'm sorry, sweetie. But if it's anything, this is what her fur color would look like. It's like nice kind of off-white cream. Maybe it doesn't come up so well on camera, but it's slightly cream color. And we got a brown. Yeah. One day I'll be able to wear it. One day. I mean I haven't updated my own characters, but I'll still judge. I mean, your references, at least your references are colored. Mine are colored. Mine are monochrome, man. Oh, dude, I don't know if you guys are following my Not Safe for Work account. I started this strip game thing, which you guys are unfamiliar with, like strip games on Twitter and stuff. That I think usually people, you know, people would have like a character and then they, you know, have them fully clothed. And then they would have like goals for like every time they reach a certain goal, like if we reach like 100 retweets, we'll remove her jacket kind of thing. We get 200 retweets, remove her pants and stuff like that. 500 retweets, she's nude kind of thing. I think I started that back in October, and then I stopped a bit so I can focus on KomoriCon. So there's still rewards I have to draw. I'm just getting to where the underwear is getting removed. But I am getting back into. I started drawing that this morning. That's why. I wouldn't say that's the reason why the stream was late. I woke up early and I got some art done, and I did some other stuff, and then I took a nap and then streamed. It was me taking a nap and then not waking up early enough. That's why the stream was delayed. But I did get some work done on the strip game reward. But I'm getting back on that. Because I'm kind of behind on the rewards, so I think we are getting to the point where there is now sex scenes. There's like sex stuff going on now. So pog. Oh, speaking of underwear, how did your trade deal go? Oh yeah, it went good. It went well. Actually, I'm gonna offer more of those. If you guys aren't following my Not Safe for Work Twitter for any reason, it's not Safe for Work, so it makes sense. If you only follow like my streams, yo, nice. If you just follow my streams, thank you, or my Safe for Work content, which honestly is not very active, but in my Not Safe for Work Twitter, I wanted like this like really nice pretty like bra and panty set. More so pretty because of the color. Because the color is like a nice burgundy, which of course is like my shit. I love burgundy. Like it's on my freaking push on this color palette. But the shop I buy bras from now was having like a limited edition like burgundy color, and I'm like, oh man, I want it. So, you know, to you know, help out a bit, I was like, hey guys, if someone wants to buy this off my Throne wish list, I will pay you back by offering you photos of me in the bra and panties. So that shit got snagged up real quick. Real fucking quick. It got snagged up. So that already went through. I already gave the photos. So it's all Gucci. Insider news. I have not mentioned it out. I haven't mentioned publicly yet. But it was, dude, Midori says something like less than 5 minutes, right? Dude, I was still like typing out the like replies in the tweet to add more information to be like, I forgot what information I was gonna provide, but I was adding more information to go along with the post. But someone bought it before I finished even giving more information. So I'm like, oh shit, well, I didn't want to finish saying what I had to say because someone fucking bought it. So, hell yeah. But also with that order of bra and panties, I ordered a size too small for the panties. It was like uncomfortably tight. So I'm not wearing that anymore. So now there's just spare panties that are never gonna get used. So at one point, I'm going to sell them used on Twitter. I'm gonna offer them. I will offer them. Yeah. There's gonna be a thing I will put up at one point on Twitter. Because it's not gonna be used anyway. It is actually it's actually uncomfortable. So if anyone has like a used panty fetish, then hell yeah. Babe. So if anyone has like a used panty fetish, hell yeah. I don't say I never done anything nice for anyone. I never thought environmentalism could be so sexy, dude. Yeah, it's gonna go to waste, so I hella care about environmentalism. I don't like shit going to waste. That shit's gonna be snagged instantly. Yeah. On another note, similar to that one, there was a sale. Not a Black Friday sale. They have the site I buy my bras from, which is a shop dedicated to making bras for small titties. So now I'm going crazy whenever they have sales because I'm like, I need more bras because they fit so well. Because I don't know if you guys saw, like, I had an IRL stream in MetroCon back in July, and it was like a convention in Tampa, Florida, and I was wearing a pretty like standard bra. If anything, it was actually like a kid size bra. It was a child bra because like I have small tits, so I had to buy my bras from like the kids section back then. I had that bra for like almost 10 years, I think. I had that bra for like almost 10 years. Wearing like the same like 2 bras for that long. And during that stream I was bending over, and because I think those cups are like, I think standard bras are really well suited for like small titties, there's a lot of like cup like gap. I don't know how to describe it. Cup gap, where like you can see like, you know, the titty don't fill up the cup. So when I was bending over on stream, my nipple almost showed because the freaking bra was just like going forward and almost showed my nipple because there was so much freaking gap. So after that I was like, you know, I need to buy a new bra. I need to buy a new bra that is actually made for small tits. And thankfully that company exists and they make bras for small tits, so it hugs your body a lot better. So there's less cup gap, which is good. Because I don't want to get my freaking ass handed to me by the community guidelines on YouTube if that shit ever happens again. Impressive that they were still usable after all that time, not gonna lie. I guess so, yeah, they're still relatively clean too. They're still pretty clean. So, yeah, yeah. I mean, also maybe because like after I graduated high school and I dropped out of college, I didn't go out as much, so I don't wear my bras as frequently, kind of thing. So maybe that helped extend the lifespan of it. But yeah, so I bought new bras, and there was a sale, not the Black Friday sale that's going on right now, because the deals on the Black Friday sale aren't as good. But they had like another sale like 1 to 2 weeks before the Black Friday sale, and they had better deals on that. So I snagged like 2 bras and I think like 6 panties. I think I snagged 6 panties and 2 bras. And I'm gonna offer that deal again on Twitter. You be like, hey, if you guys want some bra and panty photos, here's pay for the bra. Give me the money for the bra and panties, and I'll give you photos of me in them. Let's go, let's go. Noted, says Midori. Um, I think I won't limit it. I won't limit it because I think for the first set of bra and panties, I limit it to just a person who purchased the set. Like only a person who bought the bra. You know, and then after that I didn't offer it anymore. But I think I'm gonna offer more slots. Cause if more people are interested in it, then like, yeah, I ain't gonna fucking miss on a business opportunity shit, you know? I could say make more money, man. Make more money, but please, I need it. We live in a society. I need the money. I'm down to show. I'm down to sell more of those photos. So hell yeah, I'm down. So if more people are interested, the demand's there, and I'm willing to provide the service or product. Then yeah, I'm gonna provide it. So I'm thinking of adding more slots. More slots. Mission on the fast track to OnlyFans. Um. Like I am not opposed to the idea necessarily. Like I think that might add to like the exhibitionism thing kind of thing because I don't really mind. I do like taking photos. I do like taking photos. I do like wearing nice clothes. And I do like taking photos of nice clothes and stuff. But it's not. I don't mind at a personal level doing OnlyFans, but I'm more so concerned about like the repercussions of doing that kind of stuff afterwards. You know that makes sense? Because once you do that kind of stuff, then like you're in that industry. You are you know you done more risque stuff. You done porn essentially. You know, or ecchi like adult content ish kind of level. Because there's some people who don't like fans that you know are more like they don't actually show full nudity, but they do like very risque stuff. But once you have an OnlyFans, then you're already kind of marked off as like kind of 18 plus or risque. You know what I mean? And the internet is forever and such. Basically, yeah. So if I do that kind of stuff, I have to be very sure I want to do this. You know what I mean? We had to be very sure that's something I want to do. And I had to be like fully aware like of the repercussions afterwards. I had to be set for myself. I had to set myself up for that, if that makes sense. Right now, I do not think I'm in the position where I can comfortably have those repercussions. You know what I mean? Because I'm still living with my family. I'm still living under my parents. Maybe if I'm living on my own and I have a stable source of income coming in, I'd be more willing to consider it. But right now, like, now's not the time. You know what I mean? I want some opportunities for me open. But at one point, I think it'd be pretty hot if I had a partner. When I have a partner and we did porn together, like faces cut off kind of thing. But I think that should be pretty hot. I think it's an exhibitionism thing. Yeah. Big respect to people who casually make that kind of content. Yeah. I have massive respect to people that can do that. You know what I mean? It's like there's a lot of risk that comes with that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Anyways, yeah. That's what I have in my. I will announce that shit on my like Not Safe for Twitter at one point in the future. I want to draw art for it. I don't just want to like make a text post. I don't want to make just a text post and be like, you guys, I'm offering photos for these bras. You know, message me if you're interested. I want to make art to go along with it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like promotional art, if that makes sense. Just something to go along with this, because just it feels weird, because my content is it's like art. You know what I mean? It's art content. So I still want a nice even mix. If I'm gonna offer like those kind of like IRL like photos and stuff, I still want to provide art with it along as well, kind of thing. So if I have some kind of like drawn art of like my character and like the underwear that the underwear that I'm gonna sell photos of myself in, I want to draw that kind of art. So there's something to go along with it. There's something for both parties. If that makes sense. There's something for the people that like my art, and there's something for the people who'd be interested in that kind of content for me. That like the IRL like ecchi like content. I don't know how to describe it, but you know what I mean. Very cute for sure. And you have your whole life to decide to try OnlyFans too. Stuff like that is always on the table. Yeah. You could argue that. You could argue that, but if someone's concerned with like doing that kind of content as like views, that I feel like in their 20s is like a good like their like 20s and 30s is like a good area to do it. Like there is still demand for like MILFs and like GILFs. There is a niche for that. There is stuff like that, but like yeah, and like I mean, I would say that's an industry thing. That is an industry thing. Like if I were to do that kind of stuff, it would not be like industry. I would not do industry level con. Oh man, the stuff I heard about like the porn industry, I heard it's really predatory. I remember I went down the rabbit hole of like looking up like interviews from like ex porn stars, like people who are still in the industry. And oh my god, the industry is so predatory, so predatory. If I were to do that kind of content, it would not be industry level. It would be like homemade stuff. You know what I mean? Not touching the industry with a 10-foot fucking pole. Fuck no. Biff says, can't wait to see your homie get dick down. I'll be so proud. Oh, it's like it's like you're watching your kids like first like school play. It's like, oh, there she is, like her first porno. Oh wow. Oh yeah, like how good she's writing. Oh my god, look at her. The amount of stamina she needs for that. Look at her go. I think that'd be funny. That'd be so funny. We love to see it. We love to see it. Love wholesome stuff like that. I like wholesome stuff with like not safe for content. I like when we can just talk about like horny stuff without being like, ooh, 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 penis. I mean, I say I like having spaces where we can talk about sexual stuff and not be like, ooh, penis, ooh, sex. But then I still laugh at that kind of stuff. So I guess it's maybe hypocritical for me to be like that because I still make funny penis jokes and stuff. So, but like then you can have like a space where we can talk about that kind of content or talk about that kind of topics. We're all adults, We're all adults. Yeah, both is good. Both is good. There's like a level of like we can talk about this kind of stuff and be adults about it, but also we can still like make light jokes at it, kind of thing, rather than just like oh like like teenager like ooh sex ooh you know what I mean? Like yeah, I mean like you talked about like teenagers stuff. You talked about it with how they handle like porn and stuff, how they go about like treating it. There is like the energy of like they're still like new to like the sexual stuff. They're growing up obviously, so it's very like still kind of taboo to them obviously. So, but when you get older, you grow up, then it's like there's no like there's no more embarrassment kind of there's less embarrassment. It's more like, oh yeah, no, we can talk about like adults, we can talk about this kind of stuff openly. It's not something to really be embarrassed about kind of thing. It's just we love to see it. Good to see. Midori says, thank goodness we can support creators at a level where they have control over everything. Yeah, dude, I'm so happy that like stuff like OnlyFans exists. Okay. I don't like OnlyFans for the primary reason or like that it heavily feeds off parasocial relationships. I really don't like that aspect because I'm very cautious about parasocial relationships. I'm very, very, very cautious about that. I understand, like, with what I do, with me being a content creator and me being a personality and me being talking to people that enjoy my content, there is some form of parasocial relationship going on. I acknowledge that, but it's like a kind of spectrum kind of thing, where like it can go to like more like unhealthy levels, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like there's like unhealthy and there's like creepy, like in danger levels of like parasocial relationship levels where they will actually go after the person and like actually be danger to them. If that makes sense. Like Amaranth had to deal with that kind of shit for so long apparently. But I acknowledge like to some degree like there I am in a field. I'm doing what I'm doing kind of parasocial relationships are very normal in this field. You know what I mean? So I understand that. But what I don't like about OnlyFans is that it heavily revolves around that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not really the photos and the videos, which of course are part of the content, but when I like, I don't know if research is the right word, but when I hear like interviews or like when I read up on like when OnlyFans like creators talk about how they go about their process and their work, they mention how like a lot of the time it is talking to their supporters, and it's they talk about how like they're kind of like a, I don't know if therapist is the right word, but like they're kind of like a friend. Like they have to kind of be there to kind of emotionally support them, and I do not like that. I don't. I mean, like, all the, I'm not saying they can't do that. I'm not telling these people how to run their lives, kind of thing. But it is a practice I'm very wary about, and it's not something that I will want to participate in, kind of thing. I don't want to feed it if I can avoid doing so, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So when so much of OnlyFans revolves around like parasocial relationships, when that's a huge thing, I don't support in that regard. I support like OnlyFans and those kind of type of things in the sense of like it gives more control to the people behind it, the creators, as opposed to working in the industry, which is from what I hear, I don't know for sure because I've never been in it, which I hear is very predatory. It's very, very predatory. So having stuff like OnlyFans and like, you know, streaming site and then like camming sites, it gives them an opportunity to do that kind of content and do that kind of work without, you know, the predatory nature of the industry. But I can't support the predatory, not, is that the word? I don't know if I feel comfortable using the word predatory with parasocial relationships. I don't think, like, it could be predatory, but I don't feel comfortable using that word so loosely for that. I don't like the heavy use of parasocial relationships in OnlyFans. I'll say that. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? I think the best thing you can do is keep people conscious of it to protect yourself and your supporters. Basically, yeah. Basically, Dabadori. Like there is some relationship. Like I really appreciate like the support I get from people. You know, you guys are talking to me in you know, in the chat right now. You guys are interacting with me. You guys are helping me you guys are helping me allow me to do what I do. You know what I mean? To continue making this kind of content. I like it. You guys are supporting me, and even if like it's not necessarily monetary, but the fact that sheer like interacting with my stuff that adds, of course, like, oh, the algorithm, yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean with that kind of shit. You know, add engagement kind of thing. So, and also because it's fun. You know, I wouldn't do this purely just because like, oh, money, because I like streaming. I like interacting with people in chat. It's fun. You know what I mean? So, but where was I going with this? Where was I going with this train of thought? But okay, wait. I do enjoy talking with people and that kind of stuff, and I really appreciate the support I get. But I am very, very cautious about having that boundary, like having boundaries between like, yeah, I really appreciate you supporting me, but I don't want you to like. I'm very cautious about like this becoming like unhealthy like parasocial relationship, and like you possibly trying to like be my friend, but there's still that existing like power dynamic of like, oh, I'm a creator kind of thing, which is still weird to think about, but it would be ignorant to ignore kind of thing. Because like to me, I'm just some like, I sit at home most often. I'm some random fucko like at my desk kind of thing. I draw and I talk to myself essentially, and like if someone were to walk by like my room and hear me talking, I'm just essentially talking to myself. But you know what I mean? Like there is that dynamic. So it's a weird like fine line kind of thing. And that's not to say I can't become friends with like people I meet online or people who meet me through my work. There are people I've met who found me through my work, but I became friends with. I became genuine friends with. You know what I mean? Midori says, I'm very afraid of becoming too attached to creators. I feel like I never know if I'm crossing a line or just being supportive. Yeah, that is that is a fair concern. And also I think it depends on like the creator, because some people it's all about personal perspective as well, you know what I mean? Some creators they want more distant, and some creators be like, oh no, I'm fine with this, you know, as long as it doesn't reach kind of this area or this point, then you're fine. You know what I mean? I feel like you can as long as you're not like too emotionally dependent on them, or like you kind of you like you kind of talk to them, or like kind of self-entitled in a way of like, oh, I support you, or I go to your streams all the time, I talk to you on stream, or I like your stuff on Twitter, I retweet your stuff, so we're friends now, kind of thing. You know what I mean? If you could acknowledge that, like, yeah, I talk to this person on stream, but I can't necessarily see them my friend, kind of thing. But we're friendly, but I can't say we're friends, kind of thing. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? If people acknowledge it and they can understand there's some boundaries, then I feel like it's fine. There is healthy levels. There are healthy ways to go about it, but there's also unhealthy ways to go about it. It's like it depends on perspective too.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That is 4. Let's fucking go. Oh yeah, same here. Even some you look up to or see their work a lot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is a whole conversation. I was supposed to end stream. I was supposed to end stream a while ago, but like I really like this kind of topic. I really like talking about this kind of stuff, which kind of makes sense because like this is what I do. Like, you know, content creation, like parasocial relationships are such a huge like thing. Um, um, Compact Dick says the pandemic has compounded so many of those problems. For a while, online creators were my only authentic social interaction. It was hard to be in a place realizing how how one-sided my social space was. Yeah, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I feel like I feel like people I think people are smart enough to acknowledge that like you can have that like parasocial relationship of like I acknowledge that this person, obviously I don't know them in person, they're not my friend, they don't know my existence, but you can find value in their personality and how like how chill they are, if that makes sense, and you can find enjoyment of like, oh, this seems like I like their personality, I would love to hang out with them, kind of thing. But you can acknowledge like, you know, it's probably never gonna happen. There's still, they don't know your existence, but you can still find enjoyment in like in a healthy way of like, yeah, I can appreciate the personality and their their company, but not acknowledge there's boundaries. Like, yeah, if they don't know me, they fucking don't know my existence. You know what I mean? Even if they do, then they're likely it's a one-sided thing. You know what I mean? Exactly. It can be hard to communicate respect for creators. It's good to hear you talk about this though. Gives me a better idea of your comfort level, says Midori. Yeah! Dude, I'm comfortable. It's weird how to describe it. Like, I'm oddly comfortable with like a lot of sexual stuff. I don't know. Like when people tell me like if they have anything like sexual towards me or like my art, or like they have their own fetishes or kinks and whatnot, and they kind of like try to be careful around it because they think it would make me uncomfortable. But like half the time, like, yo, you know, it's cool, dude, no worries, as long as you're not like kind of dangerous or like being creepy in the sense of like you're like breathing down my shoulder. Like I don't know, like it varies by situation. But like I think I would argue I'm more chill about. I think I'm more chill than the normal person when it comes to that kind of stuff. I would think so, with the way that I think people kind of talk to me about it, and they kind of feel comfortable, and they kind of feel comfortable to talk to me about that kind of stuff. Yeah, they're like comfort, joy, and grief. They're all in one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No way I'm in your chat. We are conjoined twins now. There is no escape. Says Don. God. Kaiju says, yeah, I'm happy to chat with you. I'll watch the stream. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's fun. This kind of stuff is fun. Obviously, like, I'm the one who's like streaming here. So there is a dynamic here, obviously. Like I'm the one streaming and talking with you guys. So, but yeah, I enjoy it. You know what I mean? As long as, you know, people are aware of the boundaries and like, you know, just the thing. Various stuff. My voice is shot from yesterday, and I'm talking like for more. I'm talking for more, more time. Yeah, yeah. But I like talking about this kind of stuff, and I think also what Midori said about like when knowing my boundaries and stuff and whatnot. And I think this kind of stuff needs to be talked about more. I don't know when like, isn't it taboo for like creators to talk about this kind of stuff? Because I don't hear a lot of creators talk about like boundaries and like how they go about parasocial relationships. And maybe there's a good reason for that I do not know of because I'm not big, because I'm not big enough. Maybe I don't. Maybe there is a reason why people don't really talk about like how they respond to this kind of stuff. It's like it's similar to like don't feed the trolls. Like if you don't mention it or if you don't like feed into it, then people aren't gonna. If you don't feel it, if you don't add fuel to it, then people aren't gonna like go off about it as much. So maybe there's something I'm missing in that regard. But I know I've seen like content creators talk about parasocial relationships in the sense of like they talk about like it's a very surface level how they talk about, oh, it can be dangerous, like, you know, it can be dangerous, but they don't like go much further than that. If that makes sense. I'm not like shaming them or anything, but like, you know, it's just a discussion, you know what I mean? Like I'm talking about how I handle parasocial relationships and how I'm trying to add boundaries and stuff. I don't know, by me talking about it, maybe people get an insight of how I go about it and kind of, you know, work their way around it. I don't know. That's like, I don't know. Maybe that's a thing for like maybe why some like creators often don't talk about like how they handle parasocial relationships, because maybe they talk about it. Maybe some people would like kind of use that and maneuver around it, or kind of use it to their advantage, if that makes sense, because now they know how to handle it. I don't know. I don't know if you guys are getting, if like, if I'm ever making myself like kind of understandable in that regard. Midori says, if I had to guess, smaller streamers are afraid of scaring off their audience, and larger ones have too much of a following to address it. They might not even see it as an issue. Ren says, it can cut into the bottom line to set boundaries that way, whether or not they're okay with parasociality or not. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it should be talked about more. Me personally, but then again, I'm no big boy streamer, or like, I mean, I have decent numbers on my not safe for work Twitter, but I feel like that's kind of different from like videos and streaming, where I feel like there's a lot more interaction there. I feel like there's a lot more personality out there. Versus like, here's my art. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go tweet every so often. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's different dynamics and stuff, but maybe I haven't experienced it. Maybe I'm not big enough to understand the like more intricacies about that kind of shit. You know what I mean? But I guess I'll find out as I go along. I'll find out, and if I don't talk about parasocial relationships and like how I go about like my concerns and all that shit about it, maybe there's a reason I don't talk about it anymore. That I just find out later on. I don't know. We'll find out. We learn as we go. You know what I mean? There's some things you can do as a smaller streamer, a smaller personality, that you can't do later on just because you get so many eyes on you, kind of thing. I don't know. It is a learning process, yeah. It is definitely a learning process, and I try to be open with that kind of stuff. I like being open, which maybe adds to the parasocial aspect of it. I don't know. Maybe that adds more onto it, but I like to be open about the conversation about like where I'm at in terms of like growth wise, or like where I am in how I treat my career, and like where I am in terms of like, I don't know if numbers is the right word, but like the growing audience. Does that make sense? I don't know. I like talking about this kind of shit. It's very fun to dissect, kind of thing. So maybe now I'm more willing to talk about like some kind of meta shit, or I don't know. I don't know if I'm using the word correctly, about like how I'm going about my my growth and following and stuff. Maybe at one point I won't talk about it as much. Maybe I find out why people don't talk about it as much, but I like to talk about it at this point in time. Maybe I'll find out why. Maybe I'll find out why many people don't talk about it, but I try to be open about it. Because at this point in time, y'all, my growth was really fast on my not safe work Twitter. I went from like 7.5k followers in early December last year to like 100k in less than a year. I mean, it kind of went down because I haven't really been active and I haven't been posting any comics. And the comics I did were the things that blew me up. Like, they went fucking crazy. They blew me up. So I haven't really been doing that. It's like, I know that's what people like, and that's what a lot, like, most of my following is here for. And I know I will likely lose a following. I will lose a following if I don't continue to keep that up. But I don't want to pigeonhole myself into comics. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't want to pigeonhole myself. I'll do it when I feel like doing it. I mean, obviously, there's some timing, like, in the beginning of this year, I did take advantage of it. Not take advantage is the right word, but I did pump out comics because I had the energy and the motivation to do it. Because I'm like, oh yeah, I feel it. Like, oh, a lot of people like it. I'll draw more. There was a motivation, but there was like a genuine like want to do it because like I see people like it. I want to do it, so I went along with it. But at this point in time, I'm not really feeling comics. I'm not gonna push it out. I'm not gonna force it. You know what I mean? So I'm not really feeling it at this point in time. So I'm not gonna force it. I'm not gonna pigeonhole myself to make it so like people constantly expect comics out of me, and like my art and everything else is like a side thing. Cause you know, it's not a good place to put yourself in. Dawn says, I know the only way I would ever see in real life would be at a con if I ever go to a con. Open a stand. Yeah! It's really, I do like going to cons. I am concerned about, like, as I grow bigger, I am concerned about safety stuff, though. I don't think conventions are keeping up with, like, I think mostly, like, TwitchCon. I mean, I've never been to TwitchCon, so I don't know the security things they're going through. But when it comes to, like, creators and, like, and whatnot that, you know, are so close to their audience, I feel like we should have more security in like conventions and stuff that have like creators in it, especially I think stuff like streamers and YouTubers. I feel like especially should be a lot more, you should be cautious about that, like have metal detectors and stuff like at the entrance to make sure people aren't carrying weapons with them. Just my thought. I mean, anime conventions have had voice actors and stuff before, you know. I don't hear any like, I haven't heard any news about them, you know, anything happening to them. But then again, like I think voice actors aren't like, it's not like similar. There's more separation between voice actors and their fans than like streamers and YouTubers and their fans. So maybe using voice actors in anime conventions is not exactly the best comparison, but I think it should be. I think security should be upped for like that kind of shit. Yeah, it is a concern of mine as I get bigger. Biff says, it's more fun that you're more open in convo. Even just as a viewer, it makes it more fun in my eyes to engage in the stream more. Hell yeah, that's sweet. Maybe it's also more like, yeah, it's more that like, more meta. I don't know if that's the right word, but you know. It relates, it's straight up talking about like the viewer to streamer relationship. So obviously you guys are viewing my shit. So you guys can have more input because, you know, it directly relates to you kind of thing. Minori says they're very nice for living vicariously through. Oh, the comics, I'm assuming? Thank you, dude. I think I was talking more about the comics around that time. I do have another one in mind. I just haven't gotten around to drawing. I did, like, jot it down, like, 2 days ago. But, right now, what I'm drawing is, like, the strip game stuff. Because I still got to do the strip game rewards. Because people give me money for that. So, obviously, there is a level of higher prioritization. Because people did give me money for that, so... yeah. Hi, not disclosed. Hello, hello. Honestly, love that. Brave to have that personal integrity to work towards. Says Compact Dick. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's like it's like this weird mix of like, am I missing out on an opportunity because this is what people want from me, and the comics do obviously well, and I could probably make more money off it. I could probably do well numbers wise, but I think in the long term, it's not a good thing to pigeonhole yourself, kind of thing. You know what I mean? If you feed into it too much for too long, and that's what people start to expect from you, and you finally like crack and like, I don't want to do this anymore, then like when you do eventually do it, then like you're essentially delaying the inevitable, kind of thing. You know what I mean? You're delaying the inevitable if you just do it later, and if you build up more of the expectation that this is all you do. Like, I draw comics, but I wouldn't consider myself a comic artist. You know what I mean? But the comics are what blew me up. That's the thing. Your comics are quite fun to read over, yeah. Thank you, Random Bly. Thank you so much. Also, welcome to the stream, dude. Hello, hello. Compact Dick says, if you get security worries at any time, call Lily and I after. Oh, dude, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. If I get big enough, and have enough, income coming in, maybe I can hire my own security. Maybe if I have enough income coming in, I think Trash Taste had to do that. I mean, obviously they're huge, so they're much bigger than me. So of course they can afford that kind of stuff. They need it more than I do. But like, I remember, I think there was on the podcast or something where they're talking about how they were at AX one year, and I believe they asked Anime Expo for security because freaking Trash Taste, like Garnt, Joey, Connor, they're big boys. They're really popular. So they asked Anime Expo for security. Don't quote me on this because I'm going based off what I remember, and I could be wrong on that. My memory could be wrong. So I remember them mentioning how they asked Anime Expo for security. Anime Expo didn't provide it to them, so Trash Taste had to buy their own security, which I think is crazy. Like, you are the biggest anime convention in the States. Like, it's not like an out of touch kind of thing. I don't think you guys should be out of touch. Like, Trash Taste is in the anime community. They're like, they don't talk about anime all the time, but they are within the anime community. They are strong anime community, like, creators. So the fact that Anime Expo was like, nah, like, I don't think you guys can play ignorant to that. Like, they're in the field. Like, they're big. You provide them security. You know what I mean? They're probably bringing a lot of people to your convention. I did hear about one YouTuber where I know this dude was being a stalker creeper during her fans were there to back her up. Oh, that's sweet. That's really sweet. That's sweet. Don says, I like the comics. My favorite is the dude talking about nerdy shit. Yeah, that's the one that popped off. I mean, I had like two that kind of did that, but there was one that really popped off. It was the one that involved cock. Yeah. That shit blew up. Midori says, just embrace some of your more swole simp. Embrace some of your more swole simps. Free security. Oh my god. No. I mean, I feel like if we're gonna have if anyone were to be security for me, I want to pay them back in some way. I want to like compensate them for their time, kind of thing. You know what I mean? I need to end stream, dude. Yeah, I've been talking for a while. I need to end stream soon. I've been going on for like 3 hours and 20 minutes isn't that bad, but like, man, I need to get food. I've been going off for a while. Babe! So you need a guard dog? Biff, if you want to be my guard dog, you can be my guard dog. I'll eat out the bowl, please. Oh my god. Random Life says, I am told I give off bouncer vibes on occasion. Dude, I only found out what a bouncer was because of Valhalla. I only found out then. I didn't know what a bouncer was. Like, I know the idea of a bouncer, but I didn't know the term for a bouncer until Valhalla. Until I played Valhalla, I mean. Which, if you guys are unfamiliar with, Valhalla is like this really nice, like, it's not Brazilian. It's not Brazilian. I don't think it's Portugal. South America is pretty vast. But it was like, I think Valhalla is made by I think a team in South America or somewhere. So, I don't know. Somewhere around there, by a team there, and it's like a visual novel ish, but it's like not a typical visual novel because arguably I don't really like visual novels. Not gonna lie, the pacing is so slow. The dialogue is boring and predictable for me, in my opinion. And the ones I tried, very anime predictable. But Valhalla was really good. It is a visual novel, but it's in the perspective of a bartender. So you are a bartender, you're mixing drinks and everything, and you get to have conversations with people. And the dialogue's really fun. I really like the dialogue in Valhalla. Really love that shit. Really love that shit. I don't think it's Brazil. I don't think it is. Cyberpunk bartender action. Yeah. Random Bly says maybe I should submit my application to the Mission Protection Agency. Yo, that'd be fun though. That's a job. That is a job. I don't have the money to pay for that job, but you know, that is a job. That's cool. That is a opportunity. Yeah. I really like. I can't go on. I'm not gonna go off about it because I'm gonna go off in another conversation. I really like the opportunities. Like I joke about business opportunities and stuff, but I generally do like it because like one of the things I like about my cat cafe is that I really like the idea of being able to help provide someone financial security and job security through the cat cafe. Like we're providing a home for cats, or like, you know, kind of fostering cats until they get a home. We're offering food's really good. I get to have my business and whatnot. Kana gets to have their cooking. They do their career choice of cooking at their own cafe and stuff, and I get to provide, you know, job security to staff. And I'm like, this is good all around. It's good all around. It is fun. It's good stuff, and I like that. I like that having jobs is good. Financial security, hell yeah. You live in a society. Don says, from Valhalla, devs page. Originally from, Venezuela. Yeah, Venezuela. Now spread across the world between Japan, Argentina, and US, Colombia, and who knows what else in the future. Yeah, dude, I'm so proud. Jill recently got an Android. I think it hasn't released yet, but it was up for pre-order pretty recently. The Jill Android? Dorothy! We need a Dorothy Android. I need a Dorothy Android. I love Dorothy. She's such a cutie. She's such a cutie. And she has that kind of like chill, like yeah, horny vibe, of course, because you know she's a sex worker and whatnot. And obviously there's a little, you know, obviously a little controversy because her like body is like kind of is of a young person, you know what I mean? She's a robot. She has the body of a younger. Yeah, there is a little controversy in that regard. But no, Dorothy is super chill. I love Dorothy. She's fun and she's chill. She has like that kind of like, she's outgoing and she has that chill vibe with like sex and stuff. I love Dorothy. I love Dorothy so much. Dorothy's so fun. I need an Android of her. Like, I'm trying to be a lot more picky with my purchases nowadays. And not to say that the Jill Nendroid isn't nice, but it doesn't really fit my aesthetic. Like, I appreciate it that Jill, you know, more non-Japanese, like, indie titles are getting figures. The Jill Nendroid, I don't know, lately, for the past few years, I think Good Smiles Nendroids, they've been pretty lackluster, in my opinion. They feel a lot more stiff. Like, there's not as much life in them. Like, I don't know if I don't know if any of you guys are keeping up with figures too. The Nendroids just they don't have as much life nowadays. I don't know, maybe they've always been like that, but it just ain't it. I'm not excited for Nendroids. Like, they're pretty stale, not gonna lie. But I want to get the genuine Nendroid to show demand for Valhalla Nendroids in figures, so there's more higher chance of a Dorothy Nendroid. I mean, excuse me. That's 5, baby. Let's go. Maybe I should just like, cause Good Smile has like a product request form. So if there's any figures you want from like Good Smile company, you can like send them a form and be like, I want to see this character from this series made into a figure, and then you can send it over to them, and then they can have a, you know, they actually can see what people want, as opposed to people just kind of to themselves be like, yo, I wish this existed, you know what I mean? I wish this character had a figure. The company don't know until you tell them. They don't know there's a demand until you make the demand. So maybe I could just do that. Maybe I could just send the product request form to Good Smile and be like, hey, cool that you made Valhalla. Cool that you made Valhalla, Nendroid. But can I have Dorothy, please? Can I have Dorothy? Please. Let me get that form for you guys. If there's any figures that you guys want, I'll give you the form. Because we've been talking about figures, because we know, I just unboxed a figure, but, if you guys would like to send a request to a figure company to get a specific character made, specific figure, I will give you the link to the form. Dude, Sim says Mishy figure when? I'm not big enough. I am not big enough for that kind of stuff. But hopefully, over time, as I grow bigger, especially after I debut as a VTuber, because I feel like I'm more marketable that way. You know what I mean? More marketable. Then I feel like I have higher chances of getting a figure. But, you know, after I debut as a VTuber and grow in numbers. Now, debuting as a VTuber alone is not going to grow my numbers, but at least I'm more marketable, if that makes sense. So I feel like once I debut, then that'll be a big step, because I can be marketed as a VTuber, but you know, so. Midori says reprint Hilda. Good Smile is not the company for Hilda, unfortunately. The company that makes the Pokemon figures that, you know, that a lot of people know of is Kotobukiya. And I don't think Kotobukiya has a dedicated form for product requests. But I mean, if you really want to, I'd argue like emailing them, or like adding them on Twitter or Instagram, or like their social media, contacting them in some way and being like, hey, can you re-release Hilda, please? Thank you. Kind of thing. You gotta show demand. They don't know what to do unless there's demand for it, and you don't know the demand unless you outright tell them the demand, kind of thing. You know what I mean? And they had to see it. They had to see the demand, not like some on like random like fan art page, you know, or fan art posted by some artist. Like, you know, the company has to see it. They had to see the demand for themselves. Sending them an email, do on their social media, at them, hey, re-release this, please. Make a figure of this figure, make a figure of this character, this series, shit like that. I don't know if it's anything. I feel like I'm gonna finish here because I should eat soon. I should eat soon. But I don't know if it's anything, but and I can't fact check it because it's so old by now, and I'm not gonna dig for it. I think it was mentioned on Facebook or something. But Menma from Monohana, she has an Android that recently released, I believe around like 2011 or 2012, you know, when Anohana first came out, you know, when it was big. She had an Android, which honestly, an Android was one of the most parts I've seen come with an Android before. I mean, maybe aside from like Cancole, I mean, I haven't had a Cancole Android, so Kantai collection. So I don't know how many parts those have, but the Menma Android had so many fucking parts. So many goddamn parts. It was such a nice Android. I'm kind of sad that I sold it off, but like, it was really cute, but it didn't. I didn't like it enough to keep it around, kind of thing. It was really pretty, but let me grab an image of an android. This an android. Put it right here. Okay. I believe I could be wrong. I could be wrong because I'm going based off memory here. I believe she originally came out in 2012, early 2012. And her price skyrocketed. And and people were like, obviously they don't want to pay the overpriced aftermarket price, so they told Good Smile, hey, can we please get a reprint of the Mega Man Android because it's expensive now. So it eventually, with enough requests, it did get a reprint in late 2014, and I managed to get it during that reprint, in the 2014 reprint. But and I sold it off. I sold it off because my own reasons. But I believe, and again, might be memory, I could be wrong. This is from 2014 memory, almost 10 years ago. But I think it was on their Facebook where they mentioned, like, or some other forum where they mentioned, like, it was the US or like Western-based requests that actually, pushed Good Smile Company to re-release Menma. Yeah, because it's a Japanese company, so they probably mostly cater to their Japanese fans. But apparently, I believe, if my memory is correct, there was enough Western demand for re-release that they really re-released it, which is really, really fun, which is really interesting. So, show your demand, dudes. Show your demand. If you want something, tell it to the company, so they know. Oh, and another thing that kind of adds to that demand thing. Take care, Don. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate the conversation, my dude. Thank you for the support. Have a good one. Take care. Another thing about, like, showing your demand. This is another successful case where, like, I showed demand and it actually happened. Made in Abyss. If you guys are familiar with the anime Made in Abyss, there was 3 movies. First 2 movies were a recap of the anime, and the third movie was a continuation of the story. I think it's just because that story arc just fit really well within the time slot of a movie, rather than like a whole like season, like 12 episodes of anime. But anyways, my local theater at the time when I was in California, they showed the first 2 movies of Made in Abyss. I didn't go to those movies, but they did show those two movies, which are recap movies, and I ended up watching it. I didn't have a car at the time. I don't think I could drive, but they had the first 2 movies, and then the third movie came out, and I really wanted to watch that one, but the closest one was like an hour drive away, and I was still a baby driver, and so I didn't feel comfortable driving that distance. And if I took public transportation, the only available times that the movie was available still was late at night. And me being a tiny little stick girl, tiny little stick baby, I'm not gonna go out at night and take public transportation at nighttime by myself to watch a movie. So, by contacting Sentai Filmworks, which is the distributor of the movie, the company that got the license from Japan, and now they handle the license in America. They distribute the movie in the States. I contacted them to be like, hey, can you put this movie in this local theater near me, kind of thing? And they're like, oh yeah, thank you for your your request. We'll consider it, da. And then later on, I believe they made like a Twitter post that was like, hey, if you want the movie shown in your local theater, contact your theater, kind of thing. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'll contact my theater. So I contacted the theater and was like, hey, I saw you guys show the movie, you showed the first 2 movies of this anime. Can you possibly show the third movie? And they actually did agree. They agreed, and then they started showing the movie at their theater, and I got tickets for it and everything, and I was ready to go, but then COVID hit, and COVID hit, and then I could never end up. I never was able to go watch that movie. The movie that I was able to get in the theater, I wasn't able to fucking watch it. I did watch a movie later on, online. It was made available online for streaming at one point in time, but it's different. I was able to through my own action. I was able to get a movie shown in my local theater, and I was gonna be like, "Yo, cool, y'all local weebs, you guys can watch the third Made in Abyss movie thanks to me. Hell yeah, you're welcome. Don't say I never done anything nice for you," kind of thing. So I was hella excited to go watch it because it kind of like you made that change, and it's like, yeah, I want to reap in the reward kind of thing. But COVID, so oh well, I watched it, but it's cool that that happened. You know what I mean? That kind of solidified my idea of like, yo, change can happen if you show demand, then change can happen kind of thing. You know what I mean? So now I'm very like I'm hella for like, yo, you want this certain item, you want this product, you want this thing, friggin' say the demand, say it, tell the company, tell them kind of thing. So I want a Dorothy and Android. Probably after this stream, I'm gonna go send that product request for and be like, hey, good smell, can you please make a Dorothy, Hayes, and Android? Thank you. Mr. Economics. Mr. Nomics? Man. Beg even, yeah, get on my knees. Please don't. Random blind. Oh, you're talking about the Nendroid? Oh, the Gargura Nendroid. Is she getting a re-release? Is she getting a re-release? Let's see. I don't know if it's like a re-release or just like another like wave of like pre-orders that went along with her initial one. Kind of thing. I think she already released, right? Oh, she had 2 pre-order periods. She had a second pre-order period that came shortly after the first one, probably because of demand. I want to know if she's getting a re-release. To be honest, she's crazy popular though, as you expect. Yes. I saw she was available on Akiba Soul, like this site that I bought this Kizuna Ai figure from. This Akiba Soul. This the company I bought this figure from. I see they made an advertisement that they had the Gargura and Android in stock for $57.99 2 days ago. And I looked up on their website and it's no longer available. But she recently released, so maybe you can get your hands on her. I would do it sooner. I personally suggest, with my experience with Nendroids, get her sooner than later. If you can find her for like around like $50-ish, $60, get her sooner rather than later, because it's likely gonna go up in the aftermarket. She's gonna go up. She's just gonna go up. Is she on the Good Small website, actually? I mean, I've seen her at conventions sometimes. Like, Good Small Company would go table at conventions and they would post like their menu online. So if you can go to a convention where like Good Smell is, maybe you can snag a Nendroid if she's not already, snagged up by then. Yeah. Is she available on their site? Rush is available right now. Rush is available on Good Smile Company's US site. Let me just type in Gura. Do you live in the States, Random Bly? Oh, she's available. She's available. If you live in the States, it's probably a good option. This might be a good option. She's 60, but she might. I'm giving this link now because that's what I see. I can't say that's the cheapest option, but she's there. Oh, are you in Australia? Oh, that's a different story then. I can't help you with Australia. I mean, I know some places to get figures. I have some knowledge of Australia. I've been to Australia before, so I have some knowledge. But I I don't know the stores well enough to give you an idea of what a good store to get Nendroids are from, unfortunately. Can't help you there, buddy. If you're in the States, Good Small Company might be a good source. Is she on Ami Ami? And let me check Ami Ami. I know Ami Ami might be a good choice for international people. Like anyone like out, you know. I think it's very interesting. I went to Australia before, and you guys, from what the bookstores I've seen, they have a limited number of manga, but all the manga I've seen were like Viz Media titles. It was very interesting. I don't know if you wanna keep this in mind, or keep an eye on this. It's closed at the moment. Oh wait, it's released. What about? Where else can I find it? Like another Japanese site. Hobby search? I said earlier that I would stop, but here I am talking about heckin' merch. Let's see. Gargura hobby search maybe? That's a Japanese site. Japanese shop. This is US anime. She sold out here. I can't help you, dude. I don't know. I have about like 7 manga books and 5 of them are Viz Media books. Yeah, yeah. I noticed that when I was in Australia. There's so much Viz Media stuff there. It's heavily Viz Media books. And like, it seems like they import them. The catch is though, I got them from someone in the UK. Oh, okay. Maybe they imported them from the UK. I don't know. Gonna hop off to eat, but you enjoy your food and have a nice day and night. Thank you, Kaiju. Yeah, I need to get grab food soon. I've been here for way too long. Sorry, Random Blight, can help you with Australia-based sites. Unfortunately, I don't know much. Maybe the Japanese good smell site. Even then, that's like retail price. I'm curious myself, actually. One of the books that I can't think of came from the local Salvation Army. Oh, okay, okay. Is she available on the Japanese site? No, she's not available. Also, you're good, Miss Sheila. Well, thanks for trying, though. Yeah, you're welcome, dude. I really like looking up figures. I really like it. It's fun. So, okay. Well, thank you guys for joining. I should end stream now. I said I would do that a while ago, but I have not, and it's almost 4 hours. So, thank you guys so much for joining. I need to go eat. I need to fucking eat. It was really fun. I had fun with you guys. It was fun talking about figures. And like we were talking about parasocial relationships and like just like content creator stuff and whatnot. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I had a really fun time chatting with you guys. I was thinking today's stream was gonna be really short and like I'd be like, okay, unbox the figure. Okay, maybe I adjust my figures to extend the time of the stream. Okay, that's it. Bye bye. But I had a really fun time. It was really fun talking to you guys. I appreciate it. Figures are. Shut up, dude. Shut up, dude. Yeah, take care, everyone. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Have fun. Oh my god. Hello? I need to screenshot this. Hold on. Before I end stream, I need to screenshot it. You guys can't see it. No, you can't see it. You can't see it in the stream chat, in the stream overlay. Oh my god. There's a sex bot. Dude, there's a sex bot. My first YouTube stream sex bot. Yo, hello. My hot photo here. Hide user on this channel. I'll first report them. I think pornography or sexually explicit material. I think yeah, yeah. I think that yeah, that checks out. Yeah, there we go. Report. Pornography, sexually explicit material. Yeah, yeah. Hot photo here. Hide user on the channel. Okay. There we go. We got a sex bot in the chat. That's so fun. Hell yeah. I don't know why they don't let you report for multiple reasons. Yeah, that's interesting. That is interesting. Maybe it's easier for them. But yeah, so they actually sent 3 messages in total. The first 2 didn't go through because I think it had emojis in it. So it went through like the whole like approve or disapprove like message on my end because I can moderate that kind of stuff. I can moderate that end, which I have a moderation tool for approving and denying comments, so I can allow you guys to cuss. You can there's some cusses that they don't go through at all, but if I didn't have that approval system, no one would be able to cuss really at all. But because at least it goes through the approval system, I can check it out and be like, okay, yeah, go through. Which I approve like 99% of the messages. Because I want people to say fuck. But yeah, so I demand approve. Don't say I never done anything nice for you guys. These guys can say the word fuck and dick because because I moderate the chat. Like if he said, oh, what was censored? You've grown up so fast. This is myth. Yeah, right? We did it, dudes. We hella did it. We reached that point. Like, I think I already had, like, you know, like, sex bots in, like, the comments of the videos, which I'm like, that's common. That's common. That's whatever. But a sex bot in an active stream chat. Ayo. Ayo. Yeah, right? Look at my first sex bot in chat, yo. Hell yeah. I should go. I should go. Thank you. Thank you, xxx69.biz for the nice end of the stream. Thank you. They're probably deleted on your guys' end, but they're still showing up on my end because like the whole like, oh, message was deleted by Just Mishy. xxx69.biz was hidden by Just Mishy. Perfect event to end the stream. Hell yeah. Take care, guys. Yeah, thank you for joining. Yeah, that was a sign. I made it. Yeah, we made it, boys. Hell yeah. Take care and thank you all for joining. Have a good one. Appreciate the support.